What up? What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Moedotj. This is We Own This City, Part 3, the live after show discussion. The show is giving us everything that we've been asking for, and we're starting to go down the line and go through each and every officer that is getting arrested and indicted on this big ass GTTF. And today it was Sergeant Allers. We get to expose him a little bit. Sergeant Allers, you know what I'm saying? You think they working upstairs and not doing nothing? They ain't getting no money in that office. Yeah. What up, Kobe? They ain't getting no money upstairs in that office. They got to come out to the streets. The streets is where the money is. We're starting to get different stories and we're starting to see different sides of every incident that actually happened. What's up, Mozzie? I've been breaking down a couple of the characters. I got Momodu Gondo, how many years he got in his breakdown, little stuff from the court documents and what his lawyer was saying. That video will be up tomorrow. Friday, we should have Sergeant Allers since we got his episode out the way. Last week was Jamel's episode, so I probably had Jamel's episode up next week. Probably on Monday, I'll drop Jamel's episode. So part 1, 2, and 3 will have each one of the officers covered. We'll do it that way. What's up, Eric? What's up, Kendall? Yeah, I think that's how we're going to do it. Friday, I'm going to have Jamel. Friday, I'll do Jamel's case, how many years Jamel got. And then Monday, I'll drop Sergeant Allers because he was part 3. And then we'll go it that way. And then whoever part 4 is, I'll have his episode drop on Wednesday. And then Friday, well, then I'll wait the next week because we'll be on 5 or 6. So that's how we're going to rock it out. Try to stretch this thing out. And then we'll do a brief overview. I might go into the individual characters as far as Sean, because, he used to be a police officer. We might do Sean's individual one. Nicole is a made-up character. Erica is real, so I might do Erica and what she did with the feds outside of just pertaining to the Baltimore Police Department. So we'll see. I don't know, man. There's a lot of work putting that stuff together. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I love doing it, though, man. I love doing the research and going to see what these fools have did. There was actually a sheriff that just arrested 3 of his officers. I forgot what city it is. Basically on the same thing. These fools stole $728 from somebody that they're supposed to put in evidence. And then the lady came up there trying to get the money back. And they told her, hey, just leave. Don't tell nobody. These fools and got fired and arrested for $728. 3 officers. I'm like, damn. It's a lot of ignorance going on. A lot of ignorance. Said it was Orlando, Florida. Yeah, I heard about it and I was like, damn, that would be interesting. But I was like, man, let me finish We Own This City. But I thought it was cool because it relates to exactly what we dealing with right now. But there's a lot that we need to uncover in Baltimore right now. You know what I'm saying? They called me out there. They said my investigative skills are doing pretty good. They want me to come out to Baltimore and, crack some skulls, you know what I'm saying? See if there's any evidence that was left. Yeah, Eric, it was like $728. The lady came back. She came back looking for it to claim it. They didn't have it. So they were trying to replace the money with money out of their pockets, but they didn't even have the $700. It was a stupid story. Let me see if I can find it. It was silly, man. I heard that thing. I was like, this is the dumbest shit ever. Oh yeah, Kendall. I be going in there. I be watching the I be watching the media reports on it, saying get to see what the lawyers and stuff say. So I probably have right now. Well, y'all seen I got like 6 or 7 pages typed up from different articles where I bring it all together, saying word that up. But I got like maybe 8 videos I downloaded from each one of their trials and when they were convicted. So we got actual speech and everything from them saying, "Oh man, I'm sorry for what I did." Was it this article? Oh yeah, here it go right here. I had seen this. I mean, it was from last year, but I don't know what made it pop up this week. We'll just talk about that before we jump into the episode. I just thought it was interesting since we were doing, you know what I'm saying? So we can see that this is happening in real time, not just back in 2015, 2008. This is March 2021. This has got to be the dumbest cops. 3 Polk County deputies arrested after evidence tampering investigation. Um, Three deputies have been arrested for evidence tampering. The sheriff office announced Monday, you can't police a community if you don't hold yourself to a higher standard than you expect from the people in the community. Sheriff Grady Judge said, I expect you to be honest, moral, and ethical the whole time. Listen to this stupid shit. Judge said now former deputies forgot those principles. He identified them as 24-year-old John Razinski, 29-year-old Jamal Lawson. Jamal, your ass too old. Getting damn well. You should not be with these fools doing this. Jamal Lawson, that's the black guy. 26-year-old Garrett Cook. According to investigators, Razansky pulled over a female suspect on December 21st, 2020, and called a K9 unit who alerted to the drugs in the vehicle. Lawson and Cook responded as backup units. The deputies found marijuana in the drug in the trunk, as well as marijuana and $723 in small bills in the suspect's pocket. So she had $720 in like 5s, 10s, and maybe 20s. This is the dumbest stuff ever, man. When Razinski wrote his initial report, he said they seized drugs and a large quantity of cash consistent with small narcotic sales. But December 23rd, he went to process the evidence. No cash was ever entered. These fools split $723 amongst themselves. $723 amongst themselves. Come on, man. What is that, like $208 or something like that? 723 divided by 3. 240. Come on, man. You getting arrested over $240? Judge said at some point all 3 deputies had counted the money and later admitted to investigators that they lost the cash. According to the sheriff, the men had decided to all kick in and replace the lost money, but never did. Judge said they never told their supervisor that the cash was missing. Oh my God. Fast forward to March 15, the suspects were charged. Charges were reduced to misdemeanor marijuana charges. The woman called the sheriff's office and said she wanted to get her cell phone and money back. When the property evidence officer Razinski, when she called him about the missing money, Judge said he told her to call back on his personal cell. Oh my goodness. They pulled this lady over and said that they found marijuana. They also found cash. They went to the evidence room and they processed the drugs. They processed the cell phone, but they didn't process the money. All 3 of them admitted to counting the money. The money came up missing. Then all 3 of them pitched in to put $723 in the evidence locker. Between the 3 of these fools, they couldn't come up with $723. When the lady called back to get her phone and her $723, this fool, Razinski, said, call me on my personal cell phone. What the hell? When she did, investigators said Brzezinski then told her that all evidence was accounted for except the money, which he said went missing after the evidence was moved from Lawson's trunk into his trunk. He then reportedly asked the officer, "What? Why is he?" He then reportedly asked the officer, could he replace the money before ultimately telling her to disregard their whole conversation. So who is he asking? The evidence locker? He's asking the evidence locker, can I replace the $723 with my own? Oh my goodness. So not only was he telling the the victim to call him on his personal cell phone, he goes to the man in the evidence room and says, "Hey, can I replace the money?" Negro, what? This is just dumber and dumber. Then he called the lady and told her, disregard what I told you on the phone. The money is gone, but forget that I told you that. He said, did somebody hear you talking to me? Just forget the conversation occurred. A day later, on March 16th, Brzezinski created a supplemental report adding U.S. currency valued at $723. He electronically signed the report, which was also electronically witnessed by Cook. What does that mean? Electronically witnessed. So that means when you signed it, somebody else look like they're watching you sign it electronically. So he added the report that there was $723 after the money was missing. The property and evidence office reported her suspicious phone call with Brzezinski to her supervisor, who contacted his sergeant. This is just too many people involved into this nonsense. Now we're starting to see what's going on We Own This City. These officers are very, very dumb. You should have to have like a bachelor's or something to become a police officer. But even then, we got officers in the military where you have to have a degree, and they are just as dumb as the enlisted people. Just because you have a degree and your name on a piece of paper doesn't mean anything. I didn't have a engineering degree, but I was able to do what the engineers were doing in bioenvironmental engineer, just being a tech. I know how to do your work. All I didn't do was go get the discipline to get an education and a degree behind it, but I could do the work. These fools, $723. But let's keep going, because this is just shedding light on the scale of ignorance. These dudes lost their jobs and probably won't be able to get hired anywhere because you got fired from a police department. It's over with, brother. It's just like getting a dishonorable discharge from the military. It's over with, brother. But they lost their job. 3 people, $241 a piece, over $723 total. They lost their job. At least in Baltimore, these fools was getting tens of thousands of dollars. Not saying it's good, but shit. If you don't go to jail over some money, you better go to jail over some bands. $240. What you gonna do with $240? Marty said, you sure this ain't episode 4 we own this town? If episode 4, all they getting is $723, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. That's when Brzezinski. All right, so the property evidence officer reported her suspicious phone call Brzezinski to her supervisor, who contacted Brzezinski's sergeant. That's when Brzezinski told his supervisor that he and Lawson were going to make it right. If I'm Lawson, nigga, don't tell the supervisor that me and you about to do shit. If you about to go make it right, then go make it right. Don't mention my name. You go make it right. Here's some money, go make it right. Don't mention my name when you're going to talk to the supervisor. Don't ever mention anyone else's name to a supervisor unless you're giving them credit. If you're doing something bad, you take that hit on your own. When I go talk to a supervisor, I say, hey, me and such did this, and I give them the credit because I don't like all that attention. I don't need no awards because getting awards doesn't pay you more. Getting awards don't pay the bills. So all I'm doing is my job. And if someone else can take the credit for it, fine. But don't go tell the supervisor me and Lawson are going to make it right when we stole $723 from the evidence. Don't say we making shit right. You making it right. You trying to get me indicted on that Young Thug RICO case, and I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm like, Gunna, I'm just an artist, baby. I'm just a police officer doing my job. Brzezinski may have took some money. I don't know. I'm not no snitch, but I ain't corrected nothing because I ain't got nothing to do with nothing, sir. Brzezinski told the supervisor he and Lawson were going to make it right by putting their own money in the evidence to replace it. That's not making it right. You know, when you insert money into evidence, you take the serial numbers off of it. So in the event that this does occur, when you give the money back, you can verify that this is the money that was taken. You could give it back. What do you mean you about to take your money and make it right? You taking your money and making it right is technically illegal because your money comes from our tax dollars. So you taking our money to replace shit that you stole from the evidence locker? No, no, no. That's illegal. That's illegal. You can't take your own money and put it in the evidence. That's like me going into the evidence locker, taking some weed and going to smoke it, and then going down to the dispensary and buying some weed and then going to replace it. You can't do that. Let me go use this Coke. Oh shit. All right, now I gotta go bust somebody else, take this Coke, put it in the locker, replace the Coke that we took out to go sell to somebody else. You can't do that. They make it right by putting their own money into the evidence to replace it. The sergeant said that was not proper procedure and told them not to take any further action. The sheriff's office opened a criminal investigation into the matter, saying that the initial suspect was now the victim of a theft. No, 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 no. I am not a victim of a theft. I am a victim of corruption. I got to sue the whole police department at this point. If I'm a victim, I got pulled over. Yes, I did, but they stole my $723. They took my cell phone, and now I can't get my stuff. This is how the police station is treating me. This police office right here, I'm suing for $100 million. You always ask for 10 to 20 times more than what you're actually going to get. I'm suing the police department for $100 million for corruption, for embarrassing me out here. Now I got PTSD. Whenever a cop pulls me over, I just automatically assume that anyone from this police station is going to wrongfully accuse me of something because they've been stealing money. Now, I asked for $100 million. I'll settle out of court for like 1 or 2, but you know how it is. You know how it is. You got to ask for that big bread. You got to ask for that big money. Detectives interviewed the deputies who all gave conflicting stories. That's the first thing. If you're going to do a crime with some niggas, make sure y'all all got the same story. Make sure y'all all got the same story. We went out there and we thought there was $723, but when we went back, we mishandled the whole situation. There was no money in it in evidence. She's making that up. We ain't find $723. If y'all deny, okay, maybe you could get away with it. But no, when you tell your supervisor that we're going to replace stolen money with our own money, you're going to jail. They all gave conflicting stories about what happened to the money. Lawson detailed their plan to replace the cash and submit it into evidence, but said it never happened. After the March 15th phone call, Brzezinski called Lawson, who then sent Brzezinski via $500 via Cashapp. So y'all gonna replace the money and y'all sending each other money digitally? Fool, if you don't get cash and give this fool cash, what you gonna do? Send him Cash App and then he go put the Cash App, he gonna Cash App the evidence locker and say, here go 500 to the 723. Go get some damn cash. And don't do it at 1 ATM. Because they definitely about to check your bank logs. So what you need to do is go borrow some money from someone else. You can't just go to the ATM and pull out $500 because now they're gonna check. Okay, what you pull out $500 for? Oh, this is like a day before the money was replaced, and you were part of it. You can't do that. This is what they call leaving a money trail, the paper trail. You go to that ATM, your face is on there. You over there putting your pen in. They gonna have the time now. You got to go to somebody. Ain't nobody. Well, this is 2021, so this is in the height of the pandemic, March of 2021. So it ain't like you out there just handling cash. Everybody else is going digital. But now you didn't cash app this dude $500. The plan was for Rzinsky to add the remaining 223 from his own money and submit it into P&E. The sheriff's office said in a release. When that attempt failed, Lawson asked for the money back via Cash App. Look at Rzinsky. Look at all these niggas' faces. Let's get a clear look at these. Let me see something. Zoom this shit in. I want y'all to understand what we looking at right here. Look at Rzinsky. You can tell by this grill, he's just stupid as hell. Lawson, 29 years old. I think Rzinsky was 24 and Garrett Cook was 22 or some shit like that. But Lawson, your dumb ass knew you shouldn't have been doing nothing illegal with these white boys. First of all, you shouldn't have been doing nothing illegal anyway. But you know these goofballs, they gonna tell on you no matter what. They gonna tell on you with the quickness. And then your ass is black. And then you older than all of them. Nigga, they hitting you ping, 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 left, right. You getting the most out of this shit. And then your dumb ass talking about, I'm a cash app you 500, put it back in there. Rzinsky over here, he talking to his supervisor, telling his supervisor, yeah, man, we gonna make it right. Cook ain't doing shit. Cook just like, yeah, I was there. We took $700. Oh my God, what the hell? Now, like, you know me, I ain't gonna tell on nobody. Y'all niggas did something stupid. Hey, don't come around me. Cause you know when they under an investigation, they may have been suspended, but they probably still at the job, probably doing like admin duty. They ain't allowed to do nothing else or mess with any evidence. They coming over there, lost and talk about, hey Mo, what you can? Hey nigga, you don't get your ass away from me, bro. Rzinsky, don't say shit to me. Don't come around here. Y'all three, hey, I'm a fuck up. They already on my back. I already do bare minimum at work. Now you three niggas is fucking up. They about to be looking at everything. Now I got to make sure I come to work on time, 5 to 10 minutes early, just to make sure I ain't coming in late, because everybody's looking in at us. Y'all know how it is when one person mess up at work, it's like, all right, cool. You got to play it cool. You got to make sure you're on your job. But when 3 people fuck up, everybody's getting looked at. And I'd be damned if I'm going down for y'all. I got an hour lunch. I got to take a 45-minute lunch just to make sure I'm back on time, because internal affairs might be showing up. There's an investigation going on here. And like I said, this lady may sue the damn sheriff station. She sued the sheriff station. We all going down. We all getting looked at. Now they looking at you. Did you calibrate your speed gun? Because you got to calibrate all that shit. You got to do everything. Now they looking at weapons. Like, okay, let me see your uniform. Now everything got to be damn to the T. You're like, oh my God. And you already knew Rzinsky was gonna fuck up. And you already, like, I'm looking at Lawson. Any nigga smiling in their ID photo, you never trust them. If you smile in your ID photo, you either take the job too serious or you just don't give a fuck. And it looks like Jamal Lawson didn't give a fuck. Cook is trying not to smile, and he got the little green, like, because he don't give a fuck. Look at these 3, man. This is the picture you took. I would have took my damn. I couldn't even. I don't even know how to look like a police officer. I'm not smiling in the damn photo. Now let's see what Cook dumbass said. When detectives interviewed Cook, he said he told his fellow deputies that they should tell their sergeant the money was lost. But Rzinsky didn't want to get in trouble and preferred replacing the money. So Cook is the only one out of all 3 of them are dumb as hell. But Cook was the only one to just say, hey, man, the money was lost. We can't do nothing with it. Now they got to go back and check the cameras. Now they got to go do their job to find out what actually happened to the money. Rzinsky said, no, let's just replace it. Let's just replace it. Rakzinski, however the fuck you pronounce your name, nigga, you were just on a phone call with the suspect telling her to call your personal phone and then told her to disregard everything you said. You went to your supervisor, bro. What do you want me to do? At this point, when they trying to figure out their story before they get arrested, Cook and Lawson should have whooped Rzinsky's ass. That's the only thing you could do at this point is whoop his ass, because y'all getting arrested. Y'all going down. During the ensuing months, Cook was aware of the plan to replace the money and that it was not right, but he took no steps to prevent it, nor did he notify his supervisors, investigators said. Yeah, I mean, you already knee deep in it, but at this point, you a cop. No one's gonna trust you after this, but you got to tell on them. You got to tell on them. Cook is right here on the right. Cook, he didn't do anything to prevent it. He knew the money was missing. He said, let's just, you know what I'm saying, let's just say it's lost. But Cook said Brzezinski knew his password and likely used it to fraudulently sign the supplemental report as a witness. Brzezinski later admitted to using Cook's password without his. I didn't even have to read down here to tell y'all they should have whooped Brzezinski's ass when all of this was going on. We ain't even got to we own this city and this damn investigation that we doing here. I bet if we dig deeper, Brzezinski got a lot of shit on his record. But damn, you already know how this stuff plays out. You can just look at these fools. Lawson was the oldest, so he thought he knew what he was doing. Brzezinski thought he was the smartest and fucked up everything. And Cook was just there. You know what I'm saying? He's like, what's the little dude? He looked like him too. Anthony off of ATL. That's what he looked like. He just there. Do I think Marlo snitched on Jenkins? Are you talking about Shine? Matter of fact, we're gonna jump in it. I was just looking at this. Overall, these fools got arrested for stealing $723, man. I just thought it was cool because we own this city. Sean Shooter. Do I think he snitched on Jenkins? No, I think in the first episode, what did we see? The first person we seen in the interrogation room was Momodu, gonna serve tea in Gondo. So he told, Jamel told, the only people that didn't, and if you listen, if you watch the video tomorrow for Momodu Gondo, the only people that didn't cooperate with the law was Jenkins and Owlers. So Momodu was on the wiretap. Momodu was telling everything. He even said Jenkins was a wild guy. Now, Sean, I don't think he's going to snitch next episode, just for the simple fact that this was early. And Jenkins still had his job all the way up to when he was a detective of homicide. What I think is he's going to probably ask to step away from it, because you remember Momodu was like, you used to be plain clothes with us. You used to be plain clothes, and now you ain't getting no money. So he may have requested to move away, or he requested to have a different partner. You see what I'm saying? Because if we go back to we'll start off with that, because Sean, we know he's investigating the murder, and he actually found out some bullets may have done something, you know what I'm saying, had something to do with it. Where's the so we'll talk about this because it's real quick and simple with Sean. Well, I won't say simple, but they go in and do this little raid here. Now, Mr. Conley's in here. If you look at it, there's a lot of stuff going on in this scene. If you really go back and pay attention, y'all know I can point out all the weird stuff that's going on here. First thing, we actually got to take it back a scene. My bad. I'm jumping ahead. Where's it at? My bad. I'm jumping ahead. We see Mr. Jenkins in jail. And what is he doing? He's thinking back. And y'all know I got that activity run sheet up here for y'all, so you know exactly what's going on. Wayne Jenkins, detective, off duty. So what's he doing? He's having a few drinks with the people. And guess who shows up? His partner, Shine. Now, Jenkins, we already seen this whole episode. He riding around drinking. He don't give a damn. He doing whatever the hell Jenkins wants to do. Now, Shine shows up, and he's the responsible one. Hey, no drinking and driving for nobody tonight. You know what I'm saying? Take his keys. They joking around. Now, what does Jenkins do? He starts to ask this guy, "Hey, man, you think we can go ahead and trust our man? Can we trust? Can we trust Shine?" He's like, "I don't know, man. I heard some things." And this is where Jenkins starts to hear, okay, you heard some things about Shine. I guess we're gonna have to test them. And that's what leads us to the actual raid that they do of Mr. Connolly's car wash, was really a front for drugs and guns. Now, Shine, we know that he's straight and narrow. He ain't, you know what I'm saying, he ain't deviating from what he's supposed to do. He ain't acting like Brzezinski or Lawson or Cook. He's doing stuff by the book. So that's when we get to the raid. And you can see Jenkins is starting to throw out things. You see him? Did you notice when they first got here? When they first got here, he was like, "Yeah, man, this ain't no car wash. This is just the front. And you see that boat? We gonna get that boat." So Jenkins ain't thinking low level, a couple $100, $723 from the evidence locker. No, Jenkins is thinking about going in here, getting the guns, getting the dope, getting the money. Oh, in that speedboat, we taking that speedboat. Jenkins, how the hell are you about to get a whole speedboat from a crime scene? You about to just hitch it up to the back of your car and take it home and say it's yours? Like, where's the paperwork for it? Where's the documentation for it? But when you got that badge, you put it in the harbor. I was like, oh yeah, something I just bought. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Sean's listening to it and he's just taking it as a joke. Oh, you talking about that boat? Ha ha ha. Jokey jokey. Now, when they go in, you got the cops showing up late. I don't see how these people didn't notice that there were police pulling up out here. They had $40,000 to $50,000 worth of brick and 6 guns. They didn't have no cameras up out here. I know it is what 2000. This is 2005, I think it was 5 or 6, something like that. But it's back in the early days. But they didn't have no cameras or nothing up here. Then you watch them pull up on the raid. They got that old ass Cadillac over there. Jenkins comes in and watch this. There's a black officer. This lady right here, she came from the back. She ain't pulled a gun out of nothing. She just started putting people in handcuffs. I was like, look at her ass. You know what I'm saying? She the type of lady, she pull you over. She gonna be cool about it. She gonna check your ID. Now, why would you speeding going through here? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I wasn't checking it. I was trying to get to work. I've been late all week. Oh, well, you need to slow down going through here. Oh, wait. You a Lawrence's son? Oh, yes, ma'am. Get out of here. Tell your mama I say hi. That's the kind of officer you want to run into. They gonna be cool. Yeah, you were doing like 6 or 7 up over the speed limit. They ain't gonna trip like that. But Jenkins came in here. He knew exactly what he was looking for. This nigga right here, he didn't even put up a fight. Everybody else dropped to their knees, hand behind the head. He said, "Oh no, I'm getting on the ground. Y'all niggas is not shooting me." They come in. Mr. Conley back here. And if you look, when they had his wrist taped up, in real life, he could slip his hands up out that thing, but he got that warrant. And Jenkins is saying, "Hey, Conley, where's it at, man? Just make it easy on us. We got some water coming for you, too." That's what the cops always want you to do. They always want you to be relaxed. And the reason for that is because they know your ass is going to slip up. I tell y'all on every show we watch, because y'all know I love action and I love going against 12. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever, ever talk to the police without representation. I'm talking legal representation. Don't call me talking about roll down there with me to the police station. Because I'm not going up there. We seen what happened to the 5 young boys up in, saying in New York City, what happened to them. Old boy got caught up just going down there being a friend. Now he got the People magazine over here. Sean back here working hard. Sean back here working hard. He looking at stuff, but he hear Jenkins up there tearing shit up. He looking back like, "Hey, bro, what you doing, man? We just looking for guns and drugs and stuff." But then Jenkins couldn't take it. Jenkins couldn't take it. Why couldn't he? Because Conley said the F word to a heterosexual man, and that just made Jenkins snap. And I ain't talking about the F-U-C-K word either. He called him the other word, the word that is forbidden on YouTube in real life. And he said, "Man, fuck you, man. If I wasn't handcuffed, I'd whoop your ass." Jenkins said, "You know what? You're going to whoop something. Okay, I'm going to whoop this TV's ass. I'm going to whoop this What is this picture of? You and your mama? I'm gonna whoop that ass. I'm gonna tear up the wall in here. He tearing everything up. And Sean like, hey man, chill. It's a table back here. Now this table is horrible. This little blue table you see tearing up the TV. That's a nice TV back in 2000, like fucking 6. It's what, like probably like a 32. You could tell by the big frame around it. You know what I'm saying? That's when the flat panels were just coming out and getting more affordable to people. But he tore that up, stomped on it, and then they break this out of place blue table, something that you find in your school with the hollow inside. Sean's like, man, there's something wrong with this. They turn it over, 40 to 50,000 cash in there. Damn. You would think in this car wash, there would be a better place to put the money. Automatically in my head, I'm thinking we got concrete floors. We got these actual walls. Put this thing behind a double wall. Have that wall that's in there. Be able to move that wall, have a wall behind it, and then have the money placed in there. You put it in this raggedy ass table that's right by the entrance of the door. You already knew you had cops like Jenkins on the scene. You had Hector. You had Momodu. You had Jamel. These fools is about to tear your shit up. They about to tear it up. You got $40,000 to $50,000 in the bottom of this blue table that's misplaced in the workroom. And then it's at the bottom of the table. Like, there's no reinforcement to it. It should have been something you got to like drill the panels off or something. Come on, man. Criminals do the dumbest thing. You got all this money, but you trying to take shortcuts on how to hide the money. Now Sean's looking like, yeah, we did that. We did that. They go in there, guns and butter. And I don't even know if y'all noticed this or not, but look how this money is stacked. I don't know if y'all can see it clearly or not, but look how this money is stacked. We got hundreds. How we got hundreds wrapped up with a $5 bill right here? Who is counting the money? You don't ever put the fives with the hundreds. You put the fives with tens. You put the 20s on their own because there's more 20s in circulation than any other bill. Then you got the 50s to themselves. Then you got the hundreds to themselves. You see what I'm saying? You got to have the lower denomination bills, the fives, the tens together. You want to wrap them ones by themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you can get rid of them easily. So you got ones by themselves. You got the fives. You can mix them with the tens because there ain't too many people walking around with fives and tens. Then you got the dubs wrapped up by themselves. The 50s, you ain't going to have that much unless you're going directly to a bank. That's normally where you go get your 50s from and get them in circulation. And then them huns, you know what I'm saying? That's what most people are going to pay you with because that's what's coming out the ATM. You can get them hundreds out the ATM. You get them 20s out the ATM. It's rare that you're going to get a 50 out of ATM unless you at a corner spot in the hood and all you got is a $20 option, a $30 option, a $50 option. And that's where it cuts off because they don't try to have more than like $2,000 or $3,000 in their ATMs. Y'all know what I'm talking about if y'all been to the hood. But that's neither here or there. I'm just letting y'all know how money is. And since they in Baltimore and this place ran down, that's where they probably got them fives from. They got them fives on the corner store. That's just how you wrap your money, people. But they pull them guns out. We got a little Uzi over here. We got a couple of semis. Now Jenkins over here, he whispering, talking about, look. What up, Levine? What up? He talking about, hey, look, it's about $40,000, $50,000 in here. We got the key. We got 6 guns. We could turn in the 6 guns and the key. And we can keep that 40 or 50. Sean like what? Come on, you joking around, Jenkins. Jenkins like, nah, man, it's good police work, man. You know what I'm saying? We deserve this. We deserve this. We put in that work. Sean's like, I don't know, man. It don't sound right. And when he daps him up, yeah, Eric, he did say 4K cash out of 40, 50. You got to turn in something. Unlike them foods we talked about in the intro, they had $723. They ain't turning in nothing. They're going to turn in at least 4 bands. Now, me being a a semi-internet detective. I'm thinking you bring me a brick, a whole key, a whole thing. In Baltimore, about 2004, this is probably going for about bricks are probably going for about 18 back then. You bringing me a whole brick and 6 guns and only 4K cash? It ain't possible. It ain't possible. They not just moving one brick here. So it's either more bricks or there's more money. But there's no way that you're bringing in 4K cash with a brick with 6 guns. It just ain't adding up. It just ain't adding up. Now, maybe 14,000, you could get away with turning in one brick, 6 guns, and 14,000. But $4,000 just off the top of your head, thinking and listening to that, ain't no way. Ain't no way. The 6 guns is probably about $2,500. You could probably get $2,500 off them guns, especially if they clean. If they clean, you might be able to get a high end, I say around $3,000 to $3,500 if they're clean. But 1 or 2 of these guns are dirty, so you probably get about $2,000, $2,500 max off the guns. Maybe you could probably get 18 off of that, unless you can prove that they, breaking it down and distributing it into smaller, smaller quantities. But 4K a brick and 6 guns, that don't work. That don't work. In nobody's book does 4K and a brick work. You gotta give me at least. You gotta. Hey, we need at least double. You could probably say like 12.5 or 12.73, like something like that. Now everybody using their damn vest to stash that cash. Jenkins over here, he looking around. Now what we want to get to. Does Sean have integrity? Does Sean have morals? Does Sean have standards? Does he have it? What do you all think? Let me know what you think, because right here, you can't police a community if you don't hold yourself to a higher standard than you expect from the people of the community. Sheriff Grady Judd said, I expect you to be honest, moral, and ethical the whole time. Now you guys see why I wanted to bring this article up for something that just happened last year. I expect you to be honest, moral, and ethical the whole time. Now, do you guys think that Sean was honest, moral, and ethical the whole time, even with the peer pressure from Wayne Jenkins saying, look, we go out here, we working for 40,000 a year. I'm not taking no bullet. I'm not getting no award. My daughter's not getting a folded flag. Do you think that Sean took this money, or he requested to walk away from it and get a change in partners without telling on Jenkins so he wouldn't be labeled a snitch with inside the force? What do you guys think? I want to see that. And also, first thing I would have done if I was Sean, this is me. If I'm in the scenario as Sean, I'm not taking the money. That's number one. I'm not taking the money because this is probably about 7,500, maybe 10. I don't know. I can't tell. And the reason I can't tell is because we've seen some five stuffed inside of them hundreds, right? So the first thing I would do if I'm Sean is I'm looking through the bills. Is this all 50s? Are you trying to finesse me? Because first of all, I don't trust you, Jenkins. I haven't hung with you long enough to do anything to accept some money to know if this is a setup or not. Actually, that's second thing. First of all, I'm not taking this shit anyway because I'm not supposed to. But second, I ain't never been around with you to know if you're gonna do that. Third, I seen you stealing from a crime scene. Fourth, I seen how the money was stacked. So if this isn't all 50s and there's a 5 or a 10 or a 20 in here and you trying to hand that off to me, now I really can't trust you because you didn't give me all 50s. I was the one that found the money. If anything, how much did you take? If you told me you took 15 or 20, how you gonna hand me 10,000 when I'm the one that found the money? Jenkins? So that has you looking funny at him right off the bat. Right off the bat, it's all what you guys call it, red flags. You know, it ain't red flags, it's common sense. But being from where I'm from, Jenkins may be trying to finesse me. Jenkins may be trying to set me up to try to get him a promotion. Oh, I turned in a dirty cop because we couldn't trust him, basically. No, I don't think Sean took this money. I'm hoping he didn't take the money. I don't think Sean took it. Eric said, I think Sean didn't take it, but he didn't report it either. Kobe, I mean, everybody, you got to understand the money that they're making, everyone's going to be tempted with that. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm picking it up. I already told y'all what I'm doing. I'm picking it up and I'm seeing how much he was going to give me. I'm looking at it. I'm about to count it. Okay, so you gave me $8,200. Jenkins, I was there. You said 40 to 50. If we turned in 50 minus 4, I ain't the best. I said, man, that sounds like 46, and you only giving me 8. And 8 times 6 is 48. So I'm only getting the 6. Well, technically like a fifth of what we brought in. Where'd the other 40 go? You kept all the 40 to yourself and gave me 8. What are we doing, Jenkins? And what Jenkins is trying to do is make him feel comfortable. Man, you got an eye for that, bro. You found that damn boy. Sean, hey, bro, you doing your thing out there. But we deserve this money. It ain't bad. I mean, what I'm saying? We just taking it off the streets. I don't think Sean took it, man. I don't think Sean took this money. Eric said if the stack was looking right, I'm probably taking it and I'm done after that. Nah, man, like as a police officer, it's gonna come back. You can't do that. Like if you were just a person that's walking by and you found some money, like say they were doing something and some money fell out and you picked it up and you took, okay, you could get away with that. But if you a cop, all this is gonna come back. All of this is gonna come back. Even when they admit, like when you guys see the breakdown of these individual people, they only admitting to like one robbery. They only admitting to like one thing, but it's gonna come back and haunt you. Because if Jenkins knows this, when Jenkins gets hemmed up, even though they said he didn't cooperate, we're gonna see if they change any of the story here. But once he says, "Oh, Sean was with me that night," it's over with. It's over with, bro. It's tempting as hell. The only way, and I can say this is because I'll never be a cop, so I'll never be on a crime scene. The only way I'm coming up off 10, 15 bands is if I'm in there by myself, not a made an arrest, I'm like, oh, what is this here? Well, we don't get any overtime. We're gonna go ahead and take this. But no, even then I wouldn't take it because something in the back of my head is always telling me, bro, you better be cautious, man. People is watching you. People are watching you. You fuck around and try to steal some money or something. They got a camera in their house. It ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it. So we can all agree that Sean didn't take it, right? I definitely don't think Sean took that money. Eric said, I'm glad I'm not a cop. Man, you talking about being a cop. I will show you something. Let me show y'all something real quick. You talking about you lucky you ain't no cop. Let me see. Your ass gonna be looking just like this, Eric, if you was a cop. Let me see if I can get this. Hold on. Eric talking about I'm lucky I ain't no cop. This is what Eric, if you was a cop, if you were a cop, this is what you look like. Watch this. Look at Momodu Gondo. Caught his ass on tape, stealing from the crime scene, and that shit on the damn police cam. Look at Gondo. That was 2016. That's what you gonna look like. They gonna catch your ass on that damn body cam. Yeah, it's gonna be over with for you. You talking about, oh man, I couldn't be no. Hey, they gonna be on your ass, brother. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing better for a cop than arresting a black dirty cop. Boy, they gonna have a field day with your ass. They gonna be parading you around. Yeah, man, you know, we got him, you dirty cop. There's no place for this. Knowing the whole time the whole force is crooked. He said I was stretching. All right, we're gonna go back to because we seen Herschel got a promotion, but we're gonna go back to Allers. Now, this episode was about Sergeant Allers and his endeavors out here in the streets. Sergeant Allers, I'll have his breakdown next week. Sergeant Allers gets in here and he starts reminiscing and he starts thinking back because now his lawyer is telling him, hey, bro, this is Fed case. And guess what? Everyone else is talking. Jamel's talking. Gondo's talking. So we starting to figure out exactly what's going on. You remember, Allers is the one that stole the money that Jamel was talking about. You remember that? Remember Jamel said, oh, I'm going to get to that. That's because this was Allers that did it. And this week, we're starting to see the case unfold and actually see what happened. So this got his ass thinking like, maybe I did some dumb shit. Yeah, you did. Now his lawyer's like, all right, bro, tell me what you know, man. He's like, all right, there was one time I stole. But you see what I'm saying, Eric? Even if you say it was just one time, they're gonna be on your ass. Now we see them in a little stakeout. What's the guy's name? They're watching a man named Divine. Now they all out here, they chilling, waiting on him to come out. They throw all this man's stuff all over the ground. This is baby stuff. Now, this is how dirty the cops were. There was no gun, there was no drugs, there was no money inside of the vehicle. So Alice is playing it cool. Hey man, you know, I'm trying to do whatever I can to get you about this jam. But you gotta tell me something. You gotta tell me something. And you heard Jamel. Y'all seen how tough Jamel was out here? Jamel was standing over this gentleman. Who you talking to? Do you know who I am? I'm GTTF. Like, oh, okay. Okay, you GTF. Okay, what does that mean to me, bro? I ain't got nothing in there. Jamel was tough as hell when he had that badge. His ass was soft as hell last week when he was on the other side of the table when it wasn't a badge that was in your face. It was a whole fucking FBI agent in front of you. There's a whole difference between you local PD motherfuckers and the feds. The feds police y'all. Now Alice is like, all right, man, you got a gun, something? You got something at the house? You got something? He's like, man, at this point, I'm not letting them search the house. Y'all just gonna have to take me in. Now we know that they're dirty, but for the most part, I'd rather go down to processing, go sit my ass in there a day or two, but I'm not letting them go to the house, especially knowing that I got some pieces at the house. And I ain't supposed to have nothing. And they the gun trace task force. I don't even know what the gun trace task force mean. I'm just a nigga living in Baltimore. That's what I was at. Gun trace task force. What does that even mean? But they end up going to the house. They got him sitting down. She in here with the kids, and he's like, man, I had to do it because he didn't want to go down there. They done found 2 guns in here. Jamel over here talking about, man, search that bed over there. They got the pistol here. They got the pistol there. But this is mainly about Allers being crooked. Look at Allers. What did he do? Same thing Jenkins was doing. He was looking around. Hey, y'all take the guns downstairs and wave it in his face and, you know what I'm saying, try to get him to talk. Whole time he done found $10,000 up in the closet. And we know about these police vests. What we know about the police vests? They about to stuff them. They about to stuff them. Herschel came in. Herschel, a dirty cop too. Herschel, one of the worst ones. He come in like, you find anything? Like, oh nah, man, you know me. I ain't find nothing. Let me go back to putting this 10 bands in my damn vest. Like, damn, Allers. And then he gonna tell his lawyer, oh no, I didn't share that one. I got a little greedy. How many other times have you been greedy? And that's the same thing I was saying with Jenkins. You can't trust him. If you're a dirty cop, everything you're doing is dirty. Everything. If you're going to steal from the crime scene, you're going to steal from me. And I'm not supposed to be your boy. But at this point, they always say, no honor amongst thieves. Then they get in the car. You talking about, man, give me a 6 piece. He's like, you got some money? Nigga, I just seen you take $10,000. Now I didn't see it, but I know there was some money in that closet. Ain't no way he had 2 pistols in here. We know that he a dope dealer. He ain't had no money. He ain't had no money. He talking about, hey, tell him, Herschel. Yeah, man, whenever Sarge gets some money, he share with everybody. You can even look right now. Look closely in the back seat at Jamel's face. Jamel looking like, nigga, I know you lying. I know you came up on some money, Allers. I was like, man, I ain't even got it. Told his lawyer I was greedy on that one. $10 in a day. I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I think that was really it with Allers, except for when he got exposed. September 1st, 2017. Now they talking to him. And the reason Allers got exposed is because who did they interview last week? Jamel. How much money did he steal? 10 bands. There was also a complaint about the 10 bands because Erica and her partner actually went over there and interviewed the family. You see what I'm saying? So they interviewed the family. Devon was still alive at the time, so they basically said that the 10,000 was stolen. Jamel confirmed it, and then what else happened? Devon ended up getting killed. Now, Alice tries to flip it and say, "Man, I'm getting guns off the streets." No. You stealing money off the streets, brother. You stealing money off the streets, and then we end up seeing Devon get brutally murdered in front of his house. Because that $10,000 that Eller stole was actually to his supplier. Got gunned down in front of the house. And people probably are asking, why he ain't shoot back? Why he ain't had no guns? You remember they took the guns. They took the guns from his house and Allers took the money. So it was nothing that he could do. It was nothing that he could do. Except for get ran down. And that's how it happens in the streets. Now, this did actually happen. I don't know if I don't know if Devon, of course, that's probably not his real name. I don't know if he got killed, but in the report, it does say that Allers actually stole $10,000. And I'm pretty sure this is probably fictional, but it did actually happen, and I got the report on it. So I mean, Eric you would think that they would put murder charges on him, but he didn't directly have, you know what I'm saying? All they're going off is hearsay. They can't really say that it was connected to that murder. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can assume that it may have went to whoever he was buying drugs from, but there's no way that you're gonna be able to get that to stick. And plus, you're not gonna get in any trouble for that. Like, you get gunned down and then it's because of dope money. Yeah, the murderer is gonna get charged, but there wouldn't be anywhere to stick it. And then we also see how when Nicole went and talked to the union rep, the union president, you see how he was putting the police officers against the state, the city, and the police department, because that's all they represent is the police officers, and their job is to protect them no matter what. That's why whenever you see a cop shooting or a cop does something wrong, they call the union rep, and the union rep tells them to go to the house, don't talk to anybody, because at that point, it's you against the police station. Same thing in the military. If we were to get in any kind of trouble, you go over to the Area Defense Council. If you were in the military listening to this, only go to the Area Defense Council. That's what it is in the Air Force. I don't know what it is in like the Army or other things, but whatever the legal representation is on base, if it's just paperwork, go to them. But if you're in some serious trouble, hire a real lawyer off of base. Do not go to the people on base to represent you for any real serious crime. Don't do it. Spend your money, go off base, get a real lawyer. The people on base, they only work so hard. It's only 2 or 3 lawyers on base or on your fort that are going to represent you. They got everyone's case on base. Go off base, get a real lawyer, and fight that shit. Because 9 times out of 10, with a real lawyer, you're going to win. With a representative from the military, no disrespect to the officers and enlisted doing their job, but y'all niggas be getting people locked up. Every time you look up, you go on the blotter. Damn, he went to the Area Defense Council. He got 2 years, 3 years. He lost pay for 6 months. Damn, that ain't winning nothing. Confinement to the base. Can't drive on base for a year. What the? Go get a real lawyer. Go get a real lawyer. Same thing here. You ever get locked up, go get a real lawyer. Oh, what up, Hot Wheels? Did I say that? My bad. I'm getting a little caught up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Trill will tell you, I fought 2 Article 15s. Only one of them was really serious. But you know what I'm saying? I beat the case like Rocky. Couldn't stick nothing to me. Didn't bend, didn't fold. Ain't tell on nobody. I got the paperwork in the closet. They tried to give a nigga 5 years. I go get that thing out right now. Try to give me 5 years. When I first got to the base, tried to set me up. The first sergeant tried to read me my rights. I looked him in his face. He was reading me my rights. I said, I'm going to get a lawyer. And I'm like, I'm 26 years old. I know how the law works. Nigga, you ain't no police officer. You can't read me my rights. Get the fuck out of here. Went and got a lawyer. Can't nobody talk to you about anything else. But never, like Eric said, literally the military public defender, all that is just a person just like you. You go over there, you sit down, they go over. Okay, well, do you want to write a rebuttal? I don't write rebuttals to shit. You gonna put something on me, then we gonna fight it out then. But I ain't writing no rebuttal. Why would you write a rebuttal to something that they already gave you? You gonna write this rebuttal, all they gonna do is put it in their drawer. Niggas don't read rebuttals. Hey, you want to rebuttal this situation? Nigga, you gonna take away that paperwork? No, you're not. So why would I write a rebuttal and waste my damn time? Then I gotta get it proofread. Fuck all that. You gonna charge me with something? Let's do it. But I tell you one thing. Y'all better make that shit stick. Oh, Sergeant Belen, whatever your name is, Senior Master Sergeant Belen, whatever the fuck your name was. You goofy motherfucker. I know you mad that article didn't stick. You tried to hit me with a DUI, your dumb ass. And I had the damn police report, and I told them fools I wasn't driving. Yeah, you tried to get me. Yeah, and then y'all lost my driver's license too. I ain't forget that shit. I had to fucking order another one. Couldn't drive on base for a while, but you know it is what it is. I beat that case. They were upset. No, I ain't got no plug, man. I just been in the legal system and I know how, you know what I'm saying, how shit works. You got to be prepared, though. I tell you one thing, you got to be prepared. You ain't got to have Tariq St. Patrick money, but you better have some kind of money because them lawyers are not cheap. You heard Jamel said $500 for a lawyer. See, that's because they dealing with the feds. When you dealing with just like local PD, something little, they ain't gonna charge you that much. But when the feds get involved, oh yeah, you coming out of pocket. Hey, why he Hooper tell y'all he can vouch for it. They were mad as hell. They tried to hit me with that. I had to ride with him to work for like 3 months because I wasn't allowed to drive on base. But they couldn't get you, boy. I bounced back about that thing. They were calling me Sean Shooter when I got about that thing. They said, damn, we tried to hit him with that, but this boy is straight. He get the job done. Now, Sergeant Herschel. Well, I don't even think he was a sergeant. He came in here. He thought he was in trouble because of that rap song. Matter of fact, where we at? We at our. Hey, man, look, check it out. I'm Moedotj. We go live 4 nights a week. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Well, we might not do this Friday, but we go live 4 nights a week, 9 p.m. Eastern. We do specific TV shows. This is a safe spot. You can talk about whatever you want in the chat as long as it's respectful. Hit that like button. That's all I ask for you. We don't ask for donations here, but they are deeply appreciated. Cashapp at the bottom of the screen, Moedotj. But we have fun here, and we talk a little shit. I don't try to offend anybody. If I do talk some shit, it's normally about myself. We talk specifically about the characters, and today we own this city, part 3, if you're just tuning in. Yeah, hit that like button. Let me see what y'all got. A good lawyer will get you out of anything if the money right. I won't say anything, but a majority of things that us regular folk gonna get charged with, definitely. Hey, Eric, to piggyback off of that, a good lawyer with the right amount of money and telling on the right people will get you out of anything. Because money ain't gonna always do it. You gotta cooperate sometime. You seen Frank Lucas had all the money in the world. That nigga had to cooperate, talking about I ain't telling on nobody but the cops. Okay, Frankie. There was some drug dealers that went down with your telling also, but that's neither here or there. We just talk about the facts, and that's facts. But Herschel, he went in here and he thought he was in trouble. He said, "Man, is this because that rap guy made a song?" They're like, "Man, we don't care about no damn rap song." But did you hear what they said? They told Herschel he had so many complaints that they're taking him up out the east side. Okay, we're thinking this cop has complaints. We're going to take him out the east side. We're going to give him admin duty, sit him in the office, process paperwork. They said, no, with all those complaints, you doing your job. We're not going to shelf you. We're going to put you in the gun trace task force. So not only does he have complaints, they about to put him with the rowdy rebels. We about to put you in the street with these rowdy mofos, and you're going to learn how to steal, kill, rob, set people up. You basically about to become a cowboy in the wild, wild west. You and your posse are about to have free roam throughout the city to do whatever you want. Busting niggas' heads, pulling people over, kicking in doors, robbing, whatever you want to do. GTTF is allowing you to do it. And guess who your supervisor is? Sergeant Allers. Sergeant Allers dapping them up, talking about, yeah, we own it now. We own it now. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. But y'all know that's how it is. Even when you go to work now, you look at certain people, they give them tasks, and you like, they shouldn't do that. You know they're gonna fuck up. But they do it anyway. Why? Because they feel like since this person kisses a little bit of ass, goes above and beyond, oh, that's just a facade. You see right through it. I know who you are off duty. But you know me, I don't say nothing. I don't care. And Herschel just got promoted to the position of his life. This is all Herschel's been. You know when little kids say, all I dreamt of my whole life was making it to the NFL, making it to the NBA. This nigga wanted to be on this task force. He said, I'm going to be a police officer and I'm going to be busting skulls. And when the next time we see Herschel, let me see. He out here. Baltimore run sheet, log of activities, Wayne Jenkins. I'm going to start calling him Jenkins because he a janky mofo. Roll call, crime suppression. Y'all remember what someone put what crime suppression was in the chat. Let me see if y'all remember what crime suppression was, according to Wayne Jenkins. But we got crime suppression, gun investigation, and shift change. Does anybody remember what crime suppression consisted of when Wayne Jenkins is on the job? Said Alice is from the hood. Now I know this is pertaining to Wayne Jenkins, but we know that Herschel got that promotion, right? Herschel got that promotion. And what is he out here? Every time we see Herschel, he getting money in the streets now. He still got this bum ass Baltimore Oilers shirt on. Every time we see him, they clowning Jenkins for not having money. Why are you always wearing this same outfit? Every time we see you, blue jeans, Baltimore Oilers shirt, smoking a cigar. Now, this is what they mean when they say don't flaunt your money. Y'all remember on Dead Presidents when they robbed the truck and they had all that money and they said don't spend it? Don't go buying reckless shit. And what the pastor do? He went and bought a new Cadillac. He was giving turkeys out in the hood. He passing out hundreds. This is what Herschel is doing. They out here. Jenkins is talking about, man, y'all got money. You see, Jenkins was trying to hide his money, talking about, I'm gonna get y'all back on payday when I get some overtime. Even the black dudes like, man, how y'all out here in street clothes not getting no money? You can't fill it up because they know they still in overtime. They know that they taking money from people. But right now, Herschel and them, they flaunting their money. When we got steaks on lunch break. Usually when they bring the grill out for lunch, they might throw some hamburgers on there. They throw some glizzies on there. You know what I'm saying? Bags of chips. These fools is on lunch break smoking cigars. They got Patron or Pat Run, however you want to call it. They got steaks out there. They living it up. You already remember how Jenkins was feeling when he first got in the police force, when he brought $40 worth of crabs, and they were like, nigga, get that shit up out of here. And the guy that was there that brought all the steaks and stuff, he was the guy at the Bells buying. Yeah, now we starting to link things together. That's how Jenkins knew about him. But we talking about Herschel right now. And I like that they started connecting all the characters. Yeah, Pat Ron. What is this? But Pat Ron? What is this? They like, man, you might as well be in your uniform, bro. And you got to remember though, 2004, 2005, I think this was 2005 when this was going on. So 2005, Patron was, all of these liquors that you're hearing, they've been on the scene. It's just they weren't getting promoted. Now you see everybody promoting stuff. Patron started to blow up. Like Ciroc had been out way before Diddy got it. They just had him endorse it. Same with all these other liquors. But he like, Pat Ron, what is this? And you got to think, he talking about, I can get drunk off of $20. I can drink for a week on $20. That's because he drinking them cheap ass beers. Them cheap ass beers he drinking and driving. That's how he can drive so good, because them beers ain't even hitting like what they supposed to be hitting on. He pulled a dub about that sock. But they out here, and this was basically Jenkins saying, hey, don't be spending all your money like this. So Jenkins, even though he's reckless, you can see that he's still a little bit, I was gonna say conscious. He's aware what they doing is wrong, but he's not out just spending his bread. You know what I'm saying? Even at the strip club, she was like $200. Jenkins is making cash money. Jenkins is making cash money out here, but she was talking about $200 plus a tip. I said, a tip? A tip? Hey, you don't get your funky tail about my face. $200 for the champagne room and then a tip on top of that for you. Motherfucker, that $200 champagne is the tip for all of us. Now, you remember, this is the guy at the Bells bombing. What was the Bells bombing time? I mean, what was it called again? Double D Bells bomb. We get you out your jam, and then we take you straight to the strip club. Now, he goes in here and he's asking, like, oh, you getting money? Now, the Bells bondsman, he getting money. He getting money. Like, let's get that correct. Out here where they at, especially in the facility that he is located, in the vicinity of the whole Baltimore area, knowing that the GTTF is arresting niggas day by day, getting pulled over. Everybody needs a bail out here in Baltimore. So he probably raking in anywhere between, on the low end, $3,000 to maybe roughly $15,000 to $20,000 a day. And that's just facts. He bringing in money. He counting it up. He like, man, I heard you got promoted to the task force. You citywide. Basically saying, oh, you about to start getting some money now. You see what I'm saying? Because he knows the game. The only thing is, he's not dirty. He works with the dirty cops, because the more people that the dirty cops arrest, that means the more people got to get bailed out. Now, he can say, I don't know that the cops is arresting people. People just come to me to get bailed out. That's all I'm doing. So his money is coming in legitimately. The only thing is, if they started doing an investigation, they could see we seen you calling back and forth to the police officers. But all he can say is, hey, I'm giving them information. I got a couple of people that didn't jump bail. They ain't. I'm trying to look for them. I got to call fucking bounty hunters now. You see what I'm saying? So he would be able to get out of all this. but he's working directly with Jenkins. And he's like, hey, bro, Jenkins, you tripping, man. Let's go to the strip club. Let's go ease your mind. You know what I'm saying? Jenkins like, all right, man, cool. You know, he got when you see this buzz cut right here where it ain't faded, it ain't blended, you know they either a police officer or they in the military. Maybe a firefighter, but firefighters be thinking they some pretty boys. Get your ass in there and save somebody, brother. But they go to the strip club. Jenkins talking about, you see that queen over there? Ooh-wee. Jenkins is about to leave his wife. He is about to leave his white woman for that thick thing in the corner, that queen. She's your queen to be. And then the woman he wanted, he gets interrupted by this queen. She's talking about, you want to go in the private room? It's $200 for some champagne. I'm like, hell, we don't need to go in no damn private room. What come with that private room? $200? What come with that private room? We could sit out here and drink. I get this one dance for $7. I buy a drink, maybe $8. Put me at around $15. Maybe 2 dances. I'll do 3 dances and a drink. That'll put me at $30. I just saved $170. Why would I go in the champagne room to drink champagne and have you dance in front of me? Why? Someone please explain to me, why would I do something that stupid? First of all, I'm not going to drink the whole thing of champagne. A bottle of champagne, a bottle of Moët, I could probably drink that in maybe like an hour. I'm not about to be sitting back here no hour with your funky ass. We not about to be conversating. We not about to be doing any of that. And yeah, I can feel a bottle of Moët, I could probably do on some real shit, probably about 30 to 40 minutes on my own. A bottle of Belcher, that's a little bit smoother and less bubbly. I can do that in probably about 20. You know what I'm saying? Back in my club days. But I'm not. Kobe said, I think he was clapping them cheeks. Not for no $200. I'm not. Not no 2005. Not no 2005. Clap them cheeks for like 50. But I'm not buying no champagne. We don't have nothing to talk about. She talking about, you police. He said, oh no, fuck 12. And then his homeboy, the Bells bomber, talking about, man, I got it, bro. This was on me. So she wanted $200 on top of the 200. I mean, on top of the 200, she wanted a tip. Let me tell y'all something. When they sell these bottles for $200, that bottle was $30. She's getting at least $20 to $30 off it. The club is getting the rest. That's your tip, baby. I know how it works in here. Come on now. This ain't my first rodeo. But Jenkins out here wilding out, drinking and driving around the city. He don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. But we see the recklessness of Jenkins early in the episode, though. I know we going backwards because we've been jumping around, but that's how we do it on the lives. There's no order to it. Whatever we see fit at the moment, that's what we're going to talk about. Eric said that 200 better come with some wings. Hey, you're damn right. If I'm spending $200 in a strip club, first of all, I ain't going to no strip club. The last strip club I went to was down in Arizona. They charged $20 for dudes to get in. Then you had to buy 2 drinks. And then the DJ harassing you, talking about, y'all niggas ain't throwing no money, y'all broke. And we ain't broke, we just responsible. I came in here, I'm gonna give me some wings. I'm gonna get my 2 drinks that I owe y'all. So the wings and the 2 drinks is already about $40. Then on top of that 20 I paid to get in this mofo. So we at $60, $70 roughly. I might buy another drink, you know what I'm saying? I got $100 to spend, but no. DJ talking about, if y'all ain't throwing no money, get out of here. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be standing by the bar. I ain't throwing that dollar in here. I only, on some real shit, I've only thrown money in the strip club twice in my life. Once in DC, one in Albuquerque. And I had $40 in ones, and then the other time I had like 38 or like something like that, because I don't know what happened to the other 2. But yeah. So I threw a grand total of $78, $80 in the strip club. Let me tell you, it's a waste of time. Get a real job. Get a real job. Now all the strippers can come here. It is a job. I don't give a damn. If it's a real job to you, it's a job that I don't go and frequent. So don't come in here telling me, oh, you just broke him. Nah, I ain't broke, but I ain't throwing you no money. Get a fucking job. When I was out there water sampling, I seen some of you strippers. Ain't nobody come over to the swimming pool and throw no money on me. I'm over here getting the chlorine and the pH balance. Ain't no one throwing no money on me. Get a job. Now I respect the bartenders because they actually working. You ain't in there doing nothing but the shit you do in the mirror at the house. Let's get off of this, man. We don't need to be talking about no strippers on here. We adults. We need to be talking about these dirty cops because this strip club is dirty and they need Veronique's wig to go ahead and wipe this down. Where are we at? Oh, Erica. So Erica is the FBI agent. What's up, Anna? How you doing? Erica is trying to get this wiretap. Now, what the judge is saying here is very, very important. Because opening up an investigation against the police department, that's really a sticky situation. Because they're going to have support from a lot of people. And that's one reason he wanted to know how high does this go up? Because if corruption goes all the way to the top, that's going to be very bad for the city. Because you got to remember the commissioners, if it does make it to the mayor, all of these are elected officials. And so once that gets undiscovered, once it gets discovered, it's going to bring a lot of negative light to everybody. And just like when we were talking about those 3 officers that got arrested at their police station, it's going to bring a microscope down on everybody. And now everyone's going to have to be on their A game no matter what. So that's why he's asking Erica, you want to get a wiretap on a police officer. Now, it's one thing to get a wiretap on a criminal or a suspect. What they're going off now for Gondo is just off a hunch. All we got is someone saying, Gondo, he may potentially be working, with some suspects. But the judge approves it. He just doesn't want it to go all the way up to like the commissioner. Now, we in here, they listening to the wiretaps, and we hear Gondo on the phone. Now, Gondo, if you guys didn't know, he's not from America. He was born December 1982 in Sierra Leone. I did my research. He migrated over to Baltimore, and then he joined the police force in 2005. So anytime you see Gondo, it's 2005. Jenkins started in 2003, started training in 2004, 2005. He was knee deep in the game. So what we hear on this first wiretap is Gondo talking to his girl. Basically, it's his baby mama. And he's saying, look, you don't know how hard we working out here. We working our butts off. It's a war against us, against the city of Baltimore. And you over here complaining about everything I do and how long I'm working. I'm out here trying to get money because I got to pay lawyer fees. Now, I'm assuming that he's talking about because she's a baby mama. He got to pay child support and shit like that. But Gondo is just like any other brother out here caught up in the child support system. Fellas, listen to me and listen to me carefully. Don't pay child support. Take your money, $8,000 to $10,000, and get you a lawyer and get custody of your kids. Get custody of your kids. Trust me when I tell you this. 9 times out of 10, if you actually fight for custody and you pay a good lawyer, you can get the custody of your kid. Don't let no judge tell you how much you need to be paying for your kid. Go get that motherfucker and take care of it. But Gondo's on here, and Erica's just getting a kick out of this. She talking about, you hear this on here? This is non-pertinent information. The girl in the FBI talking about they at war. But you got to understand, the feds, they ain't out on the streets. Whenever the feds are coming, that's because they already got some information. They coming after your ass. Kendall, so take the child from the mom. It's your child also. So take the child from the dad. See, it don't make sense. Just go fight it in court, get full custody, you know what I'm saying, or joint custody, have her pay child support. But that's neither here or there. Gondo is paying these lawyer fees. That's why he out in these streets stealing. Hey man, I'm not about to argue with y'all over child support and custody. I'm just saying, if that's an if I had a baby mama, 20 bands saved right here. Go straight to the lawyer. I'm getting full custody of my kid. I ain't paying child support. Ain't nobody telling me how much my kid needs a month. I'm gonna be the one to dictate what my kid needs. But Erica's in here, they working their butt off. You know what I'm saying? The feds, they relaxing, they got the AC. Now you look at her setup compared to the setup that McDougal and them have, even though this is earlier in the, you know what I'm saying, earlier in the years, McDougal and them, they had the setup, you got to stand up at it. It wasn't, the feds got the money. The feds got the money. And they don't mind spending it. But that first wiretap was really a waste of time. Just Gondo fighting over, you know what I'm saying, fighting over paying these lawyer fees and trying to explain why he's working 24/7 and not at the house. Then we get to something interesting. The next time we see the wiretap going off, it's Erica listening to it. Now, this is one reason I couldn't be a cop or anything like this. Now, I was a first responder, and there has been times that we had responses. You check your phone, you get that phone call, you got to leave your food. That's the worst thing ever. I hate that. Like, what? We got an emergency. We got to be, oh, fuck. You can't finish your food. Then you got to go up there. They done brought food. They go to like the BX or something. They bring you like little sandwiches and stuff, but they don't make the sandwiches how you want. You know, you can't ask someone to go to Subway and make that sandwich how you want. You got to be there and tell them how you want it. You know what I'm saying? You want to make it how you want it. They just want to bring back they want to bring you back a ham sandwich. Oh, nigga, bring me a turkey sandwich. I don't eat no damn ham. But that's neither here or there. Erica calls her partner. Hey. We got him on the phone right now. They just got into a traffic stop. He over here eating that Big Mac. He got the large drink, the large fries, big kicking it. Where's his gun at? Did anyone notice that? Where's his gun at? He just has an empty holster. Or is this the gun? Because it look, that is the gun. What kind of gun you got? That got a big ass dip on the grip. He must have a big ass thumb. He said, I gotta change my grip on this thing. Them big ass hands he got for that Big Mac. I see why he changed that. That motherfucker slip out his hand. He ain't got a good grip on it. But she talk about, hey, we got Gondo right now. Get over there. He like, damn, finish his food. And what we got? Gondo in the back seat. Now he's on the phone with somebody because this is basically a setup. These people went to go buy some drugs. They went to go re-up. Or they went to go drop some cash off because they didn't have any drugs on. All they had was a gun. And they're telling Gondo, hey, they got a gun on them. Trust us. So that's why you see Gondo in the back seat. Now, mind you, this is, how can I explain it? We've seen that McDougal and Kilpatrick got Gondo on the wiretap talking to old boy, right? Remember, they found a tracking device. That's how Gondo and them got arrested. You would think Gondo knows not to talk on these phones. He still hasn't learned. He's on the phone talking about, all right, they right here, they got a gun. You got Jamel, Herschel, and Allers. They out here searching the vehicle. They got him on the side. And if you look closely, Jamel's over here stealing like $20. I'm talking about these grimy mofos. They stealing every single penny they can get. He pulled them over. He took a little 20 out of his pocket. Really? You took a dub? That's what you stealing? $20. You didn't pull this man over. Y'all trying to find guns and drugs. You took $20 out of his pocket. But I guess that's lunch since ours ain't buying no 6 pieces for anybody. Talking about we got to have our own money. Gondo's like, hey man, there's a gun back there. There's a gun back there. And what do they find? That little sweet thing sitting back there behind a little panel. But the whole time, they got eyes on this. So it ain't really looking good for them at all. Every time we look up, Gondo's getting in deeper. Jamel, he's like Cook. Jamel's just along for it. He's acting tough, but that ain't really who Jamel is. Jamel's soft. Jamel's the weakest one out of everybody. And you already knew, looking at his fragile self, he was gonna fold. Anybody that got a fitted hat, how you got a fitted hat and that thing is too big for your head? That's how they used to wear it in New York. They used to wear it so damn big they could have a do-rag on up under there. But Jamel, he fragile. You know he was folding. And Erica's building that case. So the guy that they arrested, the white guy that they arrested that Jamel took the $20 out of, he became the victim. That's just like the story we heard earlier. You remember what I was saying? Yeah. So everyone that we're seeing on this show is similar to the story that I was relating to earlier. Erica said, whoever they arrested, that white guy, when he goes in and he makes his phone call, we need a recording of that because we need to see exactly what they were doing out there that's dirty. Because you know people are going to say, man, them cops roughed me up. Cops stole something from me. Cops planted something on me. So they actually get that phone call. And what the DA is saying is like, listen, let's see if we can get him and he's going to cooperate. The reason Erica says he's not going to cooperate is one, because the police officers are going to harass him. There's going to be repercussions for snitching on a police officer. Not from like anybody in the street, because everyone in the street, they want you to tell them the police, especially the dirty ones, to get their ass up out of here. People in the street, they want any cop, anytime they mess up, to get them up out of here. So that's one reason she's saying that he's not going to snitch or take the stand. But you heard the DA say, if we can convince him and tell him that Allers, Jamel, Gondo, and Herschel, all of them are already arrested, he'll take the stand. Basically, that's his comfort. That right there is saying, all right, cool. I'll be in the safe zone. If they already arrested, that means they got custody of them. They can't do nothing to me on the street. That means there's already charges being brought against them, and I can take the stand. And that would help put them up under. So Eric was like, interesting. Interesting. Now, me personally, I'm like, I don't know about that. You want me to take the stand on these police officers? Do you know how grimy they are, Miss Erica? They stole $20 out of my pocket. Now, that was my last $20. And they took my gun. I don't even know how they found that gun. She also goes over and interviews Devon. And that's how we find out about Allers at the end of the episode, where she went to do an interview and they found out about the $10,000. I'm assuming from her mentioning that they came over, they found the guns, and also Jamel telling last week that there was a $10,000 incident, and Allers didn't do nothing but get suspended over it. Well, he got suspended over it, and Allers didn't do nothing with Allers. So they in here talking to him, and she's saying, yeah, Devon, this is my kids. They look more and more like their daddy every day. Oh, man, I hope my kids look like their mama. Don't look like me. But they in here, and Erica's just chilling, you know what I'm saying, vibing out, trying to see what actually went down in here. And you remember, they tore up the house. The bed was flipped. Everything was in there was just tore up. That's one thing I hope the feds never come and raid anything of mine, because I try to keep a clean and tidy spot, but geez Louise, they be tearing up shit. And that leads us to the end with Allers talking to him and Erica exposing him for the scumbag that he is. At $10,000. And what did his lawyer say at the end of the episode? Let me consult with my client, because they know it's getting ugly right now. His lawyer asked him in the beginning of the episode, what you do with that $10,000? Did you share that money? Allers said, no, I was greedy on that. So that means this whole instance is all on Allers. Yeah, they went in there and they found guns. It was an illegal search, but you stole money, bro. Like, it was an illegal search. Illegal searches, they're not going to get in trouble for it. Yeah, you'll get reprimanded for it, but you might just get paperwork, saying it's just a mark on your, saying on your little sheet or whatever the hell they got as cops. And then anything that happens, those guns, that case will get thrown out. They illegally searched the house. But those guns that get thrown out, you now stole from a crime scene. So even though the guns are thrown out, Jamel, fucking Herschel, Gondo, they're going to get in trouble for doing an illegal warrant. That ain't going to, hey, suspended a week. Your ass stole $10,000 from this scene. That's where it's all bad. That's where it's all bad. And that's one reason Allers, not to go into too much detail until we get to that show, Allers got more years than a lot of other people because he was a sergeant, meaning he was in charge of all of them. You see when they in the car, all four of them, he's in charge of all of them. When Herschel got promoted to GTTF, who was there? Yeah, he welcomed them. So everybody's looking at you to have, the most integrity out of everybody. You should have the morals. You should be leading by example. But what are you doing? You stealing from crime scenes. You showed them that. Then you're not even spreading the love with your people. Mozzie, they didn't know at the scene. At the scene, they didn't know. The three people there, Herschel, Gondo, and Jamel, they didn't know that he stole the $10,000. But when Erica and her partner went over there to interview, this is how Erica found out about the $10,000. Because you remember when they were in there talking to Allers, they said you stole that $10,000 and Divine ended up dead because that $10,000 was supposed to go to his supplier. So when they went to interview the family, they must have mentioned it. So that's how they found out. And then Jamel, you remember last week, he mentioned it also when he was telling Erica and them about that. So not only do they have Jamel saying that Allers took $10,000, they also had a family saying Divine died because $10,000 was stolen and he was supposed to get that to his supplier. You see what I'm saying? So that's how they put all of that onto Allers when they exposed him in the interrogation room right here. And his lawyer was like, let me talk to my client. So it's just everything is starting to stack up on him. It's going to catch up with you. They say everything that is done in the dark will come to the light. I mean, this wasn't done in the dark. This was done in broad daylight. The robbery, the pulling them over, him getting shot down. It ain't looking too good. And what time is it? It's 15:33, so 3 in the afternoon. Yeah, they interrogating your ass September 1st in the afternoon. The sun is out. The sun is out. We ain't got to dig deep. And his lawyer told him early. Where's it at? This face right here, your co-defendants are talking. You remember Gondo was first. Well, Gondo gonna do 10. Jamel was last week, and now it's on him. So they didn't already interview the other two. So his lawyer knows what's going on because we got to try to corroborate something. We got to try to do something. So it's ugly for Allers. That's pretty much for him. He going down. So we got Gondo in cuffs, already been interrogated. Jamel in cuffs, been interrogated, harassed by Jenkins not to say anything. Jenkins is in cuffs. We haven't got to his episode yet. We just see short spurts of him throughout everyone else's episode. But we know that he is our primary focus. That's why we get the run sheet of him every episode to see what exactly happened through him. And that's probably because so We Own This City is actually a book that they turned into a show, but the book is based off the true story. So Wayne Jenkins was probably interviewed. They probably interviewed more people around him. That's why he's our primary suspect throughout the series. But at this point, everyone's going down. So I don't know who they're going to interview next week. There are some random officers that were mentioned, because I think it was 8. It was either 8 or 9 of the cops that got arrested. Because we still got Maurice Ward. We still got it was another black guy, and then there's one more white cop. But they aren't really too big in here, so they may have been the lower level people. I'll look into them and try to find out what exactly they did. Matter of fact, I think I got them. Hold on. So let me see. Screenshots. Of course, we got Wayne Jenkins. Let me see. Momodu, Jamel, Allers, Herschel. No, I think this is McDougal. He a good cop. Marcus Taylor, and then Maurice Ward. So we got 2 other black cops, and I think it was one more white cop. I gotta find them. I mean, all my stuff ain't organized, but let me see. No, that's just the commissioner. Yeah, it's one more cop though. It's a white cop. So I think in all it was 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think it was like 8 cops in total that got arrested in this. Hot Wheels said they knew Allers was lying. Yeah, Allers came in there. That's why. What's up? You on Twitch? What's going on, Puerto Rican Ashley? Call me Hey Poppy. All right, I take that. Herschel was really sucking them when you drive down at the bar. Hey, every time Herschel was in there, and then he shook her hand, they be wilding out on this show, man. You seen when they were getting out the vehicle? When they were getting out the vehicle to go do the raid, Jenkins was doing the same thing. He said, all right, let's go. I'm like, damn, Jenkins. They don't believe in wiping their hands all day long. Hey, like they eating Cheetos, they done had ribs, they done got all kinds of barbecue sauce on them. Oh, I'm good, Puerto Rican Ashley. Puerto Rican Ashley. I'm good. Thank you. Now we get to Mr. Shine. Mr. Shine. Now we get to do his whole story. Of course, we went to see if he had integrity, and we all agreed that we don't think that Shine took that money. What I'm thinking is he requested a change in partners and then eventually worked his way up to detective and went over to homicide. But you remember when he went to homicide, he said he only had a couple years left. So that was after years. And you seen him and Jenkins, they did have a little interaction. I think it was part 1 when we first got introduced to him. And, they were a little bit distant. So so Sean's out here and he's talking to Officer Finch, and he's basically asking him, hey man, how long you been up here? And Finch is exposing what's going on out here. He's saying, I don't like being in plain clothes because of what they were doing out there. And listen to him carefully. He said, everyone's out there getting money, but ain't nothing changing. Yeah, y'all getting, what he's saying is everyone's working overtime. They're drawing in overtime because they're arresting a lot of people, but nothing is changing. And the reason for that is because these people are getting booked on BS charges, seatbelt violations. We seen that in part 1, obstruction of your license plates. They're getting booked for all the just minor stuff. So it looks like there's a lot of people coming in and everyone's clocking overtime, but they aren't really cleaning up the streets because they're arresting a lot of innocent people and people with minor crimes. Also, in the reports, Owlers, Herschel, they will pull people over coming from the gas station. When you first get in, you pump your gas, you hop in, you drive to the end of the little exit way before you get on the road, and then you about to put the seatbelt on. They will pull them over for that. You see what I'm saying? So they were locking people up. They were trying to stop people for just the minor occurrences. So Finch is breaking it down, and he's telling them, man, like plain clothes ain't what I want to do. And me personally, This is exactly where I want to be. I want to be at a nice, sweet, comfortable desk in the AC, just paperwork. I don't want to have to deal with no crooks. I don't want to have to deal with nobody. All I want to know is, sir, we got 6 documents in. Do you need them today? Okay, cool. All right, I took care of that. That's in the system. Oh, you need help? Yeah, go over there. That's all I want to do is sit at the desk. They called the Air Force the chair force. Well, my job was 80% chair, 10% walking, and 5% using your damn mental, and then the other 5% is do whatever the fuck you want. But Finch does tell him, hey, there's a guy out back. He may have some information that you need. Now, does anybody remember who this was? Not Finch, but Dixon. This gentleman here. Do y'all remember him? He done grew up on us. Jay Dixon. Y'all remember Jay Dixon? Who is he? See if y'all know y'all stuff. What's his name, Neek? What's his name? Yeah. He is from The Wire. What's his name, though? Dookie. Yeah, young Dookie. You remember he was like the bum of the crew. Well, I won't say the bum, but he wasn't getting money or nothing like that. He was just a kid. You know what I'm saying? Just a kid living. He didn't got his act together. My man Dookie out here now. Dookie that grew up on their ass. He used to get beat up. But he was realer than Randy. He was realer than him. He was definitely realer than old boy with the damn hair. His ass is soft as hell. Faking it. Your daddy a thug. You ain't no thug. Yeah, it's young Dookie. He done grew up on us. Now he a police officer. He went from being on the block, being a little scruffy kid, the little afro, hanging with the homeless man, collecting cans, to now I'm out here patrolling the streets. I like that they went back and got him because they did treat him bad on the show. I know it was just acting, but as a kid, you still have to act that out. So you have to let them talk bad on you. You have to let them, like you said, run on top of you. That's your character. So it's like, that probably played a little bit on his mental. Back then, we didn't have any mental health issues. We didn't care about people's mental. But as a kid playing that role, you probably had a little bit of trauma from it. Like, damn, I got to be the little bummy, dirty kid. Everybody making fun of me. People calling you Dookie in real life, because that's what I called him, Dookie. That's why they named him Jay Dixon, Jay Dookie. But he's doing his job. And what did he tell Sean? He said, oh, yeah, man, I got out there. It was a shooting. I submitted 5 shells, 5 spent shell casings. Sean's like, you did? Why ain't no one bring it up? He said, oh, my sergeant said, forget about it. Basically, like, there was no victim out there. No one got shot. No one went to the hospital. There was no suspect, no gun. Forget about it. We ain't wasted our time on that. But he mentions that he went out there and he was talking to this grandma with this older lady, and she basically played him off. Because, ain't nobody in the streets talking. Ain't no one about to sit down and talk one-on-one with a police officer. Oh, yeah, sir, let me tell you everything I've seen. Just like, guess what? We ain't heard back from the guy from the murder, the guy that was cleaning the 95 Impala, the red one. We ain't heard back from him because everybody seen him get that car. And if the police come back asking questions, they like, oh, no, he over there snitching. So ain't nobody saying nothing. But he's like, hey, man, I can take you over there to the crime scene. He's like, all right, cool. When they get there, Sean's out there, he looking around. He see the old lady. It's 4 a.m. Take your old ass to sleep. Now, Ebony. We got to talk about Ebony. I thought Ebony was a ride or die. Turn out Ebony ain't real. Ebony ain't hold it down. Hey, excuse me, ma'am. She like, what? He's like, hey, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you for real quick. Where you going? I'm going to my boyfriend's house, Tay. Oh, does Tay have a gun? Nigga, does Tay have a gun? I don't know. Asking me these kind of questions. Ebony talking about, I don't know. He said, look, if you know anything, you need to let me know. Ebony talking about, I don't know about that. He said, all right, man, look, here's my card. Take my card. Ebony, you knew good and damn well you shouldn't have took this card. You should have just said no thanks and went back in the house. Why are you taking a homicide detective's card? I would have told him, oh, I'm good on that. Y'all still located at 911? Y'all still located at 911? I got your number. Don't give me your card. Don't give me your card. I live with a nigga named Tay. Now I know 3 Tays in life. My homeboy Tay. There's a nigga locked up named Tay. And then this Tay. Them the 3 Tays I know. One locked up. One got a gun. And the other one my homeboy. I live with a nigga named Tay. I'm not having anything that says homicide on it. Police department on it. Baltimore PD on it. Detective on it. Sergeant on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what the other ranks are. Captain on it. Anything that got to deal with a rank, I ain't taking it. I live with Tay. Ebony, you was supposed to hold it down. You took this card. You ain't fold this time. I see that thing poking out back there, but you need to get up in this house. And secondly, you hanging with this nigga Tay. Man, this dude need to cut this grass or something. This shit is out of control. You need to show some self-respect, Ebony. You going over here with Tay? And we gonna show y'all who Tay is. Tay is a grimy looking nigga. Ebony, you like him rough around the edges. Come on, Ebony. Come on, girl. Get right. Get right, Ebony. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We looking at Ebony like, come on, you supposed to hold it down, Ebony. She said, I don't know nothing. Can I go? He said, yeah, you ain't under arrest, but if you know anything, you need to let me know. I'm like, all right, cool, Ebony. Hold that thing down, girl. Then they actually go and talk to the old lady. They go and talk to the old lady. Now, she didn't want to talk to Jay Dookie, my bad, Dixon. But our man, Sean, he came in there, you know what I'm saying? I'm a homicide detective, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no low level. I'm not no street level cop. I'm not asking you to go and testify or anything. I just want you to help us out. And we see all the cops use the same tactic. They use it in interrogation rooms. Anytime they're trying to talk to you to divulge any information, they're going to try to relate to you. They're going to try to be comfortable. He looks over. I'm a hardworking man, just like the man that got shot down the street. Just like that man in that picture, handsome gentleman. They had the dude in the military uniform talking about, oh, that was my husband. But there's a demon down the street. Her son is a demon. A demon. Go by the name of Tay. Devontae. But that's all the information I'm going to give you. Now, she probably seen the shooting, but she ain't about to say I seen no shooting. All I'm going to tell you is there's a demon down the street. I told his mama when she had him, that baby's a demon. I knew it from the time he was born, he was a demon. But ain't no one want to listen to me. I said one day it's going to catch up with him. Sean is like, all right, ma'am, is there any more information you can give me? I don't care about your little story of this guy being a demon. Who did the shooting? I can't tell you that. But I tell you one thing, he's a demon. The devil himself couldn't compete with Tay. Whenever he comes by, I tell him to get off my sidewalk and go on the other side. I don't want that demon next to me. I go to church every Sunday and I pray. Not for the death of him, but for the jail of him. Sean's like, hey, man, please calm your ass down. We just need to know who did the shooting so we can get to arresting. Let me tell you something. Y'all want something to drink? Because I'm going to take y'all back to when that little demon Tay, that's what they call him. Devontae, Demon Tay, something like that. But let me go in this kitchen, honey. I'll be right back. Now, it all started back in actually, I don't think it was 19. I think that's a 2000 baby. No, I think he may have been born in 97, 98 maybe. But his mama was on them drugs. And I used to see her walking up and down the alley where that man got shot that you talking about. I used to see her walking up and down that alley. I think she was serving tricks. I'm not for sure, but I told her, you need to be careful out there because these men are only going to use you for your body. But did she listen? No, she didn't listen to me. I'm talking about she had men running in and out the house. To be honest with you, I ain't seen the last time that grass was cut. I tell you, they wait till winter, let the snow knock you down, but they don't cut that grass over there. And I be telling them, y'all need to cut that. That is a city violation over there. But they don't listen. The mama just be in the house. She smokes cigarettes all day. They got little grandkids running around there. I said, there ain't no way for no babies to live in, honey. But she don't listen because I told you she used to be one of them streetwalkers. I'm telling you, I be seeing her out at night past 9 o'clock. Now, them street lights come on. You know it get dark out here because we only got one street light every 2 or 3 blocks. I've been calling the city to try to tell them to put more street lights out there, but they don't listen. They say, man, we got other stuff to worry about. And I'm thinking, I pay my taxes. Now, I'm an older lady. I do draw Social Security. I do got my husband's check coming in because he was in the military. I get them benefits and all, but that ain't enough. This neighborhood is unsavory. The characters around here, sometimes that demon kid I was telling you about, he be having friends on over here. They be having friends all throughout the night, and I be smelling that weed stuff. Now, I smoked weed like one time when I was younger, but for us, when we were doing it was to be social. They out there smoking it on the sidewalks. They even got these little things, the little crack things that they put in the pipes. Oh my goodness, the alley over there. I can't drive my car through that alley because there's so much glass over there. But this kid, back to his mama, I told you, she was out there walking. Now, there was a gentleman that lived next door to us. I think his name may be Eric or something, about a middle-aged man. And I used to like, he was so sweet. But one day I seen his mama go over there and I said, what's he going over there for? What's he going over there? Hey, what y'all doing over there? I tried to talk to Eric. Eric said, go back in the house now. And I'm like, I'm gonna watch this. So what I did was I went out on my porch because everybody know I sit on my porch and I was watching the neighborhood. But really, I was looking at my peripheral thing on the side. And I seen her go in there. I was like, yeah, she done came in and out. It must be something going on over there. And I heard some music playing. And I was thinking, why are they playing music? That lady, she can't do no dancing. I seen her in the alley trying to dance. I said, what they doing over there? And then, guess what? I waited outside till about 11 o'clock. Then I got tired. I had to go in because I normally go to sleep around 8:30. But I went in and went to sleep. And when I woke up, I had to be the crack of dawn. I usually get up and I water my plants around 5 to 6 a.m. And then I go back inside. And when the sun come up, I go back outside. About 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, I seen her come up out the house. I said, excuse me, where you coming from? Eric said, oh, don't worry about it. She going home. She came over this morning. I said, no, she didn't. I was up at 5 o'clock. I didn't see nothing but 3 cars ride by. One was a patrol car. One was Tolliver down the street because, you know, he got that loud truck. So I seen that. And then the other car, I think they were delivering newspaper. If she ain't got no car, ain't nobody walk across my street because I told you I was up at 5. Now, a couple of months later, I see that she pregnant. I'm thinking, what the hell? Who's she pregnant by now? Because she already had 2 of them. And then she had that demon child. And I figured that demon child was Eric's. Because when I seen Eric, how come it was like 5 or 6 months later, she started showing a little bit. And they went over, they had like a little argument or something. And then Eric moved out the neighborhood. And I told her, you better not be having that man baby. You better not be having that man baby, messing up that man Eric's life. And then Eric moved out the neighborhood. And I said, that baby's going to be a demon because we don't know who the daddy is. And you look at Jay Dookie, he looking like, man, what the fuck are you talking about? Let me finish. We don't know who that baby is. So I said, if you don't mind me asking, Jaleesa, who that baby daddy? She said, go back in the house, leave me alone. Now, I told you she already had 2 kids. I think they may have been, the oldest one was probably 3. He was still in diapers. Now, a baby still in diapers at 3, that's a red flag right there for me. I knew they wasn't doing something right in there. And then they had that second child, and then they had that demon baby. I call it a demon baby because that thing cried and cried and cried. I'm talking about they didn't have no stroller for it. She just carrying the baby. She ain't lose that stomach or nothing. She just had the baby on her hip, walking around, smoking cigarettes. She even smoked some of that weed stuff. And I seen her in the alley one day. She left the baby in the grass. She left the baby in the grass. Now, she went to that alley and she got one of them crack things I told you about. She had a pipe. Now, that baby grew up and he ain't went to school but 3 times. The school bus don't even come on our block no more because when he was 7, hear me out. When he was 7, he threw, oh my goodness, he threw a rock at the bus and the bus went off the curb and hit the fire hydrant, towed the whole block up. I'm talking about our water was off for 3 days. One day I couldn't bathe. The next day I said, that's enough. It is. I had to go down to the street to the community center to take a shower. And the third day I said, that's enough. I called the city. I said, y'all need to get this water back on. But all of this is from Demon Tay. Now, I'm not going to tell you who did none of that shooting or none of that. But Demon Tay, you need to watch that man right there. Because if there was some shooting, I'm not saying he did it. But I'm saying go check that house on the corner. It is a demon down there. I told his mom it's gonna be a demon, baby. Look at Dookie. He like, all right, man, is that everything? Even Sean's like, all right, that's enough information, man. That's enough information. You said go check on the guy on the corner. Got it. And that's what the conversation went like between Jay Dookie, Detective Sean, and Grandma. And y'all know that's how them damn stories be going too. Oh man. Now let's get into it. Back to Miss Ebony, because she was supposed to be the one holding it down. Sean goes back to work. And what did he do? He went to go look at his case. Now, 2 of the bullets may match up with the shells that were sent in by Jay Dixon. Now, his partner, the one that dropped them off, is like, man, who turns in bullets from a non-vic case? Non-vic is a non-victim. So no one was shot. No one was left out there with just a shooting. Some glass broke. He was like, me, I do that. So now, now he working overtime. Let me get some water, man, y'all. Sheesh. They need to have a grandma spinoff. Now he looks at it. Okay, the ballistics are matching up. Erica, get your tail over here. Now, if you see this side of the street, the grass is cut. But down there where Demon Tay lived, the grass ain't cut. That just shows you attention to detail. And if you don't take care of your home, you don't take care of yourself. Your home is a reflection of yourself. Depending on your environment. Like if you live in this type of environment, we understand. Like it's hard. But you can at least cut your grass. He talk about Ebony. Get your phone out right now. Where is Tay? Where is Dante? Devontae? Tay. Whatever the hell his name is. Where is he at? She's like, I don't know. He's like, all right, we're gonna bring your ass down. He pulled them handcuffs out. She said, he's at his cousin's house. I don't know the address. Like, damn, Ebony, you couldn't go down to the precinct for a little bit and just sit there. All you had to do is tell the police, I don't know where he at. They can't say that you know where somebody is. You ain't do nothing wrong. You ain't committing no crimes. You don't know if he got a gun. You ain't hold it down for your man, but you continuously go over his house. How you gonna keep going to this man's house, but you ain't gonna hold it down for him? Look, don't come to my house if y'all ain't gonna hold it down. Now, I'm not saying you gotta, you know what I'm saying, do no crimes, but if the police come looking for me, you don't know where I'm at. I just come over here and hang out. Ebony dropped the ball. She said he had his cousin's house. He's like, I'm giving you one opportunity. You need to call him right now and tell him to meet you at the house. I said, I ain't telling you shit. I ain't calling nobody. You can't force me to do anything. I don't know where he's at. I can say I don't know his number. You can do whatever you want, but they can't make you call somebody. You could take me down. You can do all you want. I don't know where the nigga at. I don't know what phone he goes. You know what I'm saying? I got a number on him, but I don't know if it's his number. I don't have to call. You know what I'm saying? I'm not aiding and abetting nobody because I don't even know nothing. You said there was a shooting. Well, hell, I don't know. I don't live here, nigga. There was a shooting. Was someone shot or was just a shooting? Because if it's someone was just, you know what I'm saying? If it's just a shooting, then I don't know nothing. I don't live here. I didn't see no ambulances. I don't know nothing. Didn't know nothing. Ain't gonna know nothing. He's like, that's it. Call him right now and have him meet you here. I would have said, shit, I'm going in the house. I am going in the house. Kendall said, Kendall said she was scared. Man, you can't be, when you scared, that's when you get hurt. Yeah, like Eric said, it's a shooting every day, B. I don't know. You a homicide detective, nigga. You know his shots busting off. But I live here. You said what went on? You said there was a shooting. You said you investigating a homicide. Was there a homicide anywhere here? Because I ain't seen no homicides. I ain't seen no bodies. I don't even live here. I come over during the daytime. So was the shooting during the day? Was it at the nighttime? I don't know if Tay has a gun. I didn't go down to the gun registry with him. I don't know if he has a concealed to carry. I don't just ask somebody for that. That's just random stuff. That's just random stuff. And like how Will said, don't date a criminal if you scared. You know, Tay ain't doing shit with his life. Because when we show y'all how he got arrested, you knew Tay wasn't up to no good. You were using this man for his house and his low speed Wi-Fi. And you were giving him some with them hoop earrings. They say the bigger the hoop, the bigger the. But that's just alleged. I don't know. He talking about, is he worth it? She said, hell no. Tay, what you doing, babe? Come to the house and come get some of this good stuff. You at the house right now? Yeah, what you come through? Shit, say less. Be at the house, man. Boil some water, though. I'm going to make some noodles when I get in, too. You know when nigga is hungry. Okay, babe, I'll be here. Sean sitting there like, yeah, we got his ass now. Come on in, Tay. Tay show up. Watch how this nigga's dressed. She done gave up Tay so damn quick. It only took 2 times. No interrogation room. Grandma out here looking. I told y'all that boy was on demon time. I told you. Jay Dookie's out here like, yeah, we did that, man. Look at this nigga Tay. Look what Tay showed up in. Tay showed up in a white beater, a hoodie, some baggy ass pants, and some flip flops. What were you doing, Tay? And where were you coming from in this damn alley, nigga? What were you doing, Tay? This is who Ebony was laid up with, and she was like, first of all, Ebony, if you're gonna be laid up with a bum ass nigga like this, you better be willing to take any charge, because you being seen in public with this Negro, you already should be in jail. You should be taking any charge this nigga got coming up. If you were brave enough to date this dude and be out in public and go to his house every single day and give him some of that good, you better be willing to take the charge, because both of y'all are catching L's right here. Now, when our dog Tay, Demon Tay, gets locked up, man, that B Ebony a snitch, man. Don't fuck with her. Now you just put yourself in a worse situation than what you was already in. You are in a worse situation than you were already in. Now everybody's looking at Ebony. Hey, Ebony look good. Ebony got that thing behind her, but she a snitch. We can't mess with Ebony. Now, Tay's older siblings, his cousins, they coming for your ass for snitching. Hey, what you locked up for? Man, my girl turned me into the homicide detective. Now we got to go slide on Ebony. You see what I'm saying? Anna, he can't give you hobosexual vibes. He had a house. Ebony was the hobo. Ebony was going to this nigga's house every day. He ain't the hobo. She the hobo. She going over here hanging with this nigga in his dirty house. We thinking realistically here. This is Baltimore. She done snitched on a killer. This is bad. This could potentially be ugly. Now, if it was me writing the story, then y'all already know we sliding on Ebony. If we got a black brother getting locked up by a snitch, then we sliding. We got somebody coming by and emptying that thing out on Ebony, and then Sean got to come over here and think, damn, man, what happened, man? She snitched. She snitched on a murderer. If this man is bold enough to come out with a tank top with the jacket unzipped out, well, they probably unzipped it to search him, but with flip-flops on, knowing that you didn't kill somebody and you just walking around the city just casually, they on your ass. You didn't even do a good job with the killing. You shot a nigga in the alley, then everybody heard it. Now you just walking around the city willy-nilly like they ain't gonna come for you. They on your ass, boy. They on your ass, and your biggest enemy wasn't the man you shot. Your biggest enemy was Ebony, the one you were laid up with. She told everything. You at your cousin's house. Now, let's go check the cousin's house. Maybe they doing some crimes over there. Now, what did Sean say? Let's check the house. Now they about to try to find that gun. Whenever you do a murder, get rid of the gun. I don't know why niggas keep the gun. Murk somebody, get rid of that thing. Now they about to check that. Now Sean has Ebony spooked. She about to expose everything. Yeah, they be selling drugs about the house. Now it's over with. That's why you can't bring nobody into your criminal. Oh my God. I won't even say an enterprise. You can't bring them into your criminal life. They always say do a crime by yourself. They always say the downfall of a man is a woman. And Ebony was the downfall of this man. He would have got away with it. But then again, I can't even say he got away with it. I can't even give Ebony 100% blame. I give Ebony 92% of this blame. 8% is on his goofy ass because he probably would have still had the gun in the house. And I'm sure next episode we're going to find out that the gun was in there. It's going to match up. Boom, hit with the murder. Even though you remember Sean's boss told him, don't pursue it anymore. Let them go down there. You know what I'm saying? Do the little photo op, help put up the fence. But he's going to solve this murder and it's going to look good on him, which is going to draw more recognition to Shine. And with everyone getting arrested, he's going to start probably talking about Jenkins and everything that's going on. But that's just me if I was writing it. You know what I'm saying? But I be breaking it down for y'all. But yeah, if I wrote this episode, Ebony is gone by the end of the episode. Maybe the beginning of the next episode. But in Baltimore, you can't. Ebony ain't getting away with that. We on her head. Now don't nobody trust Ebony in the hood. Now don't nobody trust Ebony. And she gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Now she got to do Sierra's prayer, try to get her Russell Wilson, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what everybody want now. They all want the lame guy. That's what they say they want. But Ebony don't want that. Even though sometimes you got to go through the process. Like Joel Embiid said, you got to trust the process. She had to go through Demon Tay so she can get to her Russell Wilson. She had to tell on a couple of niggas before she could get to her Russell Wilson. Ebony, you do your thing, girl. You do your thing. You certified in these streets. Now, it's just like that where the witches, you know what I'm saying? They assume they're witches. They had to put that scarlet patch on them. That's what you got that snitch patch on you now, Ebony, though. It ain't a good look. Now I was gonna holler at you, but you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Eric. Whew. Whew. You know who need the prayer cloth? This is who need the prayer cloth right here. Because her ass got up over here and you see that face. That motherfucker folded under pressure. He pulled them. He pulled that arm. She said, whoo. He had his cousin Trayvon Martin. Damn, let me not say that. I wasn't going to say I was fucking up. That's fucking up. That's on me right there. No disrespect, Trayvon, or to your family. She had her cousin goddamn. I gotta come up with a whole new name. I don't know why Trayvon popped up, but they got Davon and they got Devontae. Or yeah, damn, that's me. I fucked up on that one. I apologize for that. I apologize 100% sincerely. Damn. R.I.P. young brother. Damn, I fucked up. R.I.P. man. I didn't mean no disrespect or anything. That's on me. But back to her ass. Her ass folded, told the cousin, say, I don't know where he live, but hear me out. I can call him. I got a number to him. Woo. She did that. Woo. Sheesh. Woo. I got that monkey off my back. I was not going down for my boy Demon Tay. No, sirree, Bob, I wasn't going down. Told on him with the quickness, set his ass up. That's who need the prayer claw. That's who need the prayer claw. Talk about I need a nice guy with no drama. No, y'all gotta go through y'all Demon Tay just like Ebony did. You gotta put a nigga behind bars before you can get that good guy. Now, I wonder, do people feel guilty for that? Let me know what you guys think. So say you were Ebony and the scenario was the exact same for you. You told Sean everything. You set up your boyfriend, the guy you've been coming over, the guy's house you've been coming over every day because you're a homosexual, going off of what Anna said. Would you feel guilty for getting this nigga locked up for a murder? Put a 2 for a yes and a 5 for a no. Would you feel guilty for getting your boyfriend locked up? A 2 for a yes, a 5 for no. Would you feel guilty about that? Would you think, like, would that haunt you in your life? Cause Nick said I'd be on the run. Ain't no time to feel guilty. Hell, where you gonna run to? We know your living condition ain't too much better if you hanging out at Tay's house every day. Like, you ain't running too much further, and she's walking on foot. So unless Tay was laying it down like that, she ain't walking 5 to 10 blocks. She walking to the next block over, maybe 2 blocks at most. But let me see what kind of shoes she had on. I think she had on some all white forces. She ain't, oh yeah, she got on the all whites. She ain't walking too far. She ain't walking too far. Tay got that thing hooked. She coming over to this bum ass house every day. She coming over every day. Every day. Even look how Sean chasing her down. Sean got low too. Look how Sean is taller than her. Look how low he got. He was trying to solve this murder ASAP. That nigga ran over there. Like, come here, girl. Give me that arm. Damn. She can't be walking too far on these all whites. And they live in Baltimore. And she's hanging out with Demon Tay. He was a little aggressive though. When if a cop grabbed me like that, shit, the fault. God damn it, cops! You grabbed me too aggressively. Oh yeah, I'm selling that. I may have fell on the ground and rolled over in the dirt and then scuffed up the shoes a little bit. Like, they drug me through the dirt. Are you gonna tell me where you're at? But this is Baltimore. I don't think she walked more than 2 blocks. Let's be honest. There's no running from this situation. Everybody know Ebony. Ebony messed with Tay. Everybody knew not to mess with Ebony because she was messing with Tay. Tay a shooter nigga. We know Tay crazy. We know Tay walks around the city with a white beater on, a hoodie, and some flip flops. He don't know if it's cold, if it's hot. Do he want to go to sleep? Do he want to get prepared to go work? He don't know what he want to do. He got on everything. Sweater was a hoodie, tank top, jeans, flip flops, and he had the socks on in the flip flop. Everybody know don't talk to Ebony. Ebony mess with the demon. You see what I'm saying? But now Ebony done told on Demon Tay. Now it's time for the hood niggas to slide on in them DMs. What's up, Ebony? Heard you told on Tay. It ain't like that. Nah, that's what we heard. You know what I'm saying? Word on the street, you snitching out here. No, it ain't like that. The cops, they be harassing me. Oh, no. Hey, hit me up, though. You still got the same number? The 807 number? Yeah. The 1-807? Yeah. Okay. I'm holler at you. Hey, matter of fact, you come by, we smoke a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Ease your mind. Because you already know how that is. As soon as somebody get locked up. Oh, that's your girl? I thought I recognized her. You know what I'm saying? But you in jail, buddy. I heard Tay going in for life. That boy didn't call a body about a week ago. That means Ebony about to come over in a week. You know what I'm saying? Time to put in that work. Y'all know how the streets are. But then again, Ebony could pull a Monica on us, and she could hold him down like Monica holding down C Murder, even though she's gonna go off to a couple of other Negroes in between the time, because you can't be out here lonely. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here lonely. But I'ma hold it down. I'ma cook. I'ma clean. You know what I'm saying? She might mess around a little bit in the streets, but then again, she may tell Tay, you gotta forgive me. I was just scared as I was nervous, but I still love you. I still want to come back to your house. And he like, all right, you gonna hold it down for me out here? Yeah, I'll do it. And she gonna throw her life away messing with Tay. So it can only go, there's only 3 scenarios here that I would write into this story. The goofy one, where she holds it down. You know what I'm saying? She tries to apologize and make things right. 2, she gets with another dope boy. Or 3, she just moves on. But more than likely, it's going to be 1 or 2. But you got to get about the city. You a snitch now. There ain't no coming back from that. Hey, say I don't trust nobody wear flip-flops and jeans. Damn, that's messed up. If I got some flip-flops, I throw them things away. I'm sure she got family somewhere, even if it's out of state. Yeah, but do they want to take Ebony in? Like, you need to move in with us for what, Ebony? Oh, I told him my boyfriend, he committed a murder. You were messing with niggas that commit murders? Well, I didn't know he was a murderer. Explain his living conditions to me. Well, he lived in a trash-ass house. He used to wear tank tops, hoodies, jeans, and flip-flops with socks. That right there tells me that man is psycho. Right then. Why was you going over there every day? Well, I was in love. Wait, you was in love with this guy? Well, you know how it is. And no, Ebony, we don't know how it is. And we can't have you living here because you sound like a liability. We can't trust you. The man you love, the man that you were going over his house every day, you said you love this guy, but you told on him for a murder? No, you're not coming to live with us. Hell no. People looking for you, and people be trying to move. They're gonna move out of Baltimore, like they're gonna move from downtown Baltimore to like a suburb or something, somewhere like a 20 or 30-minute drive, thinking they safe. Get the hell out of state. You going across town ain't saving nobody. You going across town ain't saving nobody. I wish one of my cousins would call me. Hey Mo. Oh, what's up? I'm gonna just make up a name for one of my cousins. Let me see. Zandra. What's up, Zandra? Oh, nothing. I know we've always been close, and I was looking. Could I come out there for a while? Come out where? Oh, to California. For what? What are you gonna do out here? Oh, well, I'm just looking for a change of scenery, and no, I don't want to hear change of scenery. What are you gonna do out here? I don't mind you coming, but what are you gonna do out here? Oh, well, I just wanted to start fresh and now tell me the truth. What's going on in Baltimore? Well, my boyfriend got locked up for murder. Oh, hell no, you ain't coming out here. What does this have to do with you? Why are you trying to get away? Well, I kind of told him. You didn't kind of tell him. What did you tell? Well, the homicide detective came over and I got nervous and I told him where he was and I called him and told him to come to the house. Hell no, you're not about to come live with me. First of all, Cali is expensive as a mother effer. You'd have to get a job, and you'd have to have that job lined up within a month, or I'm sending your ass back to Baltimore. And secondly, you snitched on a nigga that murdered somebody. You're not living with me. You are not living with me. From time to time, I do shit that I could potentially get in trouble for. Not no murders or no drug slanging or no stupid shit like that. But hell no. If your ass get that scared, you might get a speeding ticket and tell niggas, hey, Mo got such and such at the house. Even though if the laws are listening, I ain't got shit here illegal. But no, you ain't coming to live with me. What you about to live on my couch? What you about to do? You best to get a job because ain't shit free out here. You got 2 weeks to get a job. And don't say you can't find a job that quick. Yeah, you can. You can go to the temp agency and them niggas will hire you the next day. You get a job, but you ain't coming out here. You done snitched on somebody? Hell to the no. You did. You didn't snitch on somebody for like, okay, they stole something from the store. You snitched on somebody because of a murder. Your name is going to be in the paper. People know you. It's not hard to look. It's 2022. It's not hard to look people up. Ebony Johnson. You look up Baltimore. Okay, 2324. Oh, this address lines up. Okay, it's going to say known addresses. You can go on free websites and find this. You pay $20. You can dig in and find everything. Previous employers, all kinds of shit. But on free websites, all you got to do is put the name in, look up the address that they used to live at, look up the last phone number they had, and it's going to tell you every phone number they had, all potential family members. Oh no, you're not coming out here to California. Yeah, out here fucking up my shit because you done murdered on a nigga that did some snitching that you was throwing the monkey to, and you were going over to his house and you knew good and goddamn well this nigga was a fucking bum from the start, and you continued to go over there, and now you want to come to my house and I'm semi-bumming it? No, no, no. You get mad at me one time, you calling the police, and I'm getting kicked out my apartment. Police show up. I'm like, hey, I live here. They're like, nigga, you gotta leave. I'm like, hey, this is my cousin. She don't live here. Look at her ID. That shit say Baltimore. They gonna say, well, she cooperated with the police. She put a murderer behind bars. We gotta believe her word over yours because we ain't got no records of you telling shit. I'm like, oh hell no. Ebony, you gotta get the fuck up out my house. Just like Ebony on Players Club. It looks like these Ebony names. You can, hey, yo, wait, yo, Ebony, no. That name, Ebony, no. Ebony on, man, hell no. Ebony, you ain't coming out here. You wilding out. Hell no. Ebony talking about, just let me live out there, bro. Just till I get on my feet. You better wear them all whites and get on your feet, but you ain't getting on your feet out here in California. Yay. Come out here just like this Ebony, tearing up everything. Ebony came to the house and fucked up the city. Because what were you doing in Baltimore? You obviously wasn't doing nothing if you had time to go over Demon Tay's house every single day. The cops, they wait for you. This is how you know she goes over there all the time. Just like this Ebony doing dumb shit, the Ebony in this show doing the same dumb shit. This man, Detective Sean Suter, knew to sit outside of Tay's house because your ass was coming back over here. You see that? No, I'm not. No, you done moved out here with me. You done went on a date with some dude. This fool and followed you back to my spot. Oh hell no! Now I gotta shoot a nigga. No, And then you gonna tell the police I shot him when they were trying to get in my spot. No, Ebony. Hey, you not coming out here. No. People are not letting snitches in their house. Now, maybe my grandma, but even then, my grandma, when she is alive, she ain't allowing no snitch shit in her house. I'm trying to think of which one of my family members would allow a snitch for a murder. And it wasn't a murder of like someone she knew, her family member, or like it was a random person that she didn't even know was actually killed. She didn't even know that there was an actual murder. This guy just said, "Oh, you're interfering with a murder investigation." What murder investigation? Show me the case number. Show me something. She just turned this man in. It could have been a setup. They could have been whooping his ass. It could have been one of the GTTF people. Ebony didn't think about nobody but herself in that situation. And I'm being serious because we know that this is Baltimore. There's dirty cops out here. What if Tay didn't do anything? What if Tay didn't do anything to someone just accused this man? She talking about he right here. She done set his ass up. He done went down to central booking. Let's say he didn't have anything to do with it. But what did we see in episode 1 and episode 2? They locked up hundreds of people that didn't have shit to do with anything. They just locked them up. Now Tay is down here for a murder that he didn't commit because he ain't even got no guns in the house. They didn't raided the house because you didn't allow them in the house because you didn't turn him in for a murder that we don't even know if the murder is connected to him or not. The gun hasn't been found, so how can the shell cases even be linked to the gun? Ebony just threw this man into jail. She said, fuck all that, everything we got going on, it's over with. Damn, Ebony, that's messed up. That's messed up, and y'all thinking, damn, Mo, you might be right. Because what if this was Momodu Gondo coming out here talking about we need Tay right now? Then they go up in the house, whoop this nigga's ass, take all his money, even if it's legit money. Ebony didn't think about nobody but herself in this situation. This is very, very dangerous. And this goes for males and females. You got to know who you have around. She didn't think about no one but herself in this situation. Now, it looks like Demon Tay may have been the murderer. So that's just a hypothetical. But that could potentially happen in real life. And you guys know I like to iterate and go into detail on stuff that could potentially happen in real life. Because y'all know that this can happen. And I can bring up articles. Now, I can't do it off the top of my head, but I guarantee you give me a day, I can find articles of women turning people in that was wrong for men accusing somebody. Like, I won't even say accusing. She didn't even accuse him of murder or nothing. She called him up knowing there was a police officer there to arrest his ass. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Y'all can't, I guarantee y'all can't say anything that can convince anyone in the chat that that wasn't messed up. A cop comes up and says, where's such and such? If a cop came up to me and said, where's my brother? I'm like, nigga, no, I'm not telling you who my brother is. If a cop came up to me and asked for some chick that I was dealing with, I don't know where she is. I don't know what you guys are trying to do. If y'all really want them, then okay, we'll contact a lawyer and we'll come talk to you. But I'm not about to call you with a police officer right here and tell you to come over here and set your ass up to be arrested, regardless of what the charge is for. That's fucked up. Very, very dangerous. What if it was Herschel that showed up? Yeah, what if it was Herschel that showed up? Yeah, you need to call Tay right now. Tay, come down here. Herschel talking about he pushed me. Bing, bing. What if it was Jenkins? Jenkins whooped the nigga's ass on the porch at his own house. What you think they gonna do to Tay? And Tay wouldn't have had no chance to squabble. That baggy ass hoodie he had on his flip-flops, they would have whooped Tay's ass, drug him to the paddy wagon. Bing, bing, bing. It's over with. It's over with. But don't nobody think like that but me. Like, you got to be cautious and aware of your surroundings. Ebony, this is a dangerous game you playing. Ladies, don't be around these bum ass niggas. Don't be around them. The signs are there. If you don't notice it, that is on you. Gentlemen, the same thing. Don't be around these bum ladies. Don't think because they giving it up to you and you hypnotized by it, you can trust them. Be aware. Be aware. And y'all know I'm telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Look at this man. You dealing with this? You dealing with this? You got to be aware of your surroundings, honey. You got to be aware because this is a deadly situation right here. Exactly. You better knock them flip flops off. But that's all I got. That's all I got on part 3. If y'all got any questions, we can talk about it. We can dive a little bit deeper in it. But yeah, man. And if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't nobody break down the, real life scenarios with the show. And I also bring in articles from other events that happen that can coincide with this or relate to it. I'm saying I'm Moedotj, and we keep it funky over here. We keep it funky over here. We only have one rule, people. If you're gonna wear a tank top, no hoodie. If you're gonna wear flip-flops, no socks. If you're gonna wear jeans, no flip-flops. You see what we're saying? Come correct. Because the fashion police in the chat, they're gonna be on you. Who else did we have? Oh, I mean, why we own it. So this is what Sergeant Jenkins made from 2011 to 2016 off of robberies. Off of robberies, he made $252,000. Y'all remember Jenkins? But did y'all listen to? Jenkins actually made like 70,000 in overtime one year. Like Jenkins was clocking them dollars. Mo, if Ebony was your cousin, you wouldn't help her so she could turn her life around? What am I going to help her with? Like, what could I possibly do as a 36-year-old black single man in California? What could I potentially do to help Ebony get out of her situation and turn her life around? Ebony is got to be like 18, 19. You got to turn your life around that early? That just means you already going down the wrong path. It's going to be hard for me to get you back on track. Now, my thing is, if it was a male, like if it was a male cousin, that would be easier for me to keep him on track. But I don't know if I'm the correct person to help a growing teenage woman get her life on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I would be capable of doing that. And on top of it, what am I going to do with her? Like my job, I make videos for you guys. I'm retired. What am I going to do? I'm not about to get her up and like when I wake up, it's probably like 9 in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna come back. I might throw together some video. What am I gonna do for Ebony? How's she gonna turn her life around? She gonna be sleeping on the couch. She gonna have to pay rent after that first month. It may not be a third. Now, mind you, rent out here where I'm staying at is $3,100 a month. What is Ebony with the all white shoes gonna do out here? How am I gonna get her life together and have her turn around? What I gotta spend $3,100 on rent, and then I gotta feed her because she ain't got no job. What am I gonna do for Ebony? I gotta worry about myself. Now I gotta worry about transportation for Ebony. I gotta put Lyft or something on her phone, give her some money so she can ride around, get wherever she gotta get to. Definitely, well, the train station's at the front of the apartment, so I'd get her like a monthly pass, put $50 on that thing. You could ride all month. But what am I going? I don't know. There's nothing I could do for her. Yeah, Miza, we talked about Jenkins and the crabs when it happened. Part 2. We talked about that because we got to see when Jenkins, you know what I'm saying? That's when he really got into the game. He's like, man, I have $40 of crabs. They're like, man, we don't want that little shit. The Bills bombing had that big bank. Gas down here. So if I go that way outside of the city, I can get gas for $5.69 a gallon. But if you go downtown, Gas downtown at the Exxon is the highest, and that is $6.39. The Shell station over here, you can get it for like $5.80. But I go like 2 or 3 blocks down. I go across the bridge, like outside of like the city limits, and I get mine for about $5.30, $5.40, something like that. I mean, they say gas is expensive, but what am I gonna do? Not get gas? I mean, I spend money on dumber shit than gas, but I don't really drive nowhere. If I'm driving, I'm going a distance. You know what I'm saying? Especially out here in California. Well, now that you know what I'm saying, they're starting to remove like all the mandates and stuff. I might get back on the train and stuff, but y'all know I'm very cautious. So I'll be having my mask on and everything. But when I first got here, I was taking the train because at the front of our apartment complex is a train station. Um, when I'm driving, I might drive up to like San Francisco. If I drive to Oakland, I'm driving. But if I'm going out to get a drink, I'm taking a Lyft or a Uber. I don't do no unnecessary driving. Oh, Mozzie, that wasn't no Ebony rant. That was me just being real. Like, what can I don't know what I can do to get somebody on track. The last people I raised were my two nephews, and they are 24 and 22. I don't have any kids, so I don't know. I don't even know how old Ebony was. I'm just gonna assume they're like 18, 19, maybe. Like, I don't know what to do with. Like, if it was a male, I'd be like, get your ass up, Negro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like, hey, Ebony, can you get up and look for a job? No, I'm gonna be real. Ebony, you can get your ass up and get a job watching that TV. Matter of fact, I'm changing the password to that Wi-Fi until you get a job. Now, if you need to use a computer, you can use my matter of fact, you can use that MacBook. You can use that. But you ain't connecting your phone to the internet. What you got a cell phone for anyway? You ain't got no job. Oh, y'all got gas. What? Hey, if I was out there with y'all, y'all might see me turn into a gentleman. Oh, gas is 4.39. Excuse me, ma'am. Miss Anna, I'll pump your gas. Stay in. Oh, Kindle 509. Ooh, I'm gonna pump that gas. We'll get something to eat. Neat 460. 460. Ooh. Fill it up. Matter of fact, who next? Come on. Y'all might see me turn into a gentleman when we get some $4 prices. Eric talking about $5 in Oklahoma. I'm like, hey, Eric, you know what I'm saying? Let me drive your whip this week. I wouldn't even mind filling that thing up for under 5. Shit. I had a Tahoe. I had a box Tahoe. Some niggas fucking broke the steering column. But gas, when I first moved out here, was like 4.80 maybe. And I was spending like $70 to $80 to fill it up. Man, my Acura now, I got a car now. With gas the way it is now, I just feel it's the same price that it was on my truck. So for me, I don't care. It's still $70. So it's like, but I don't never let my tank get up under half. When it gets to half, I'll fill it up and then I'm sitting for a week. I can use a whole tank of gas in a month. That's how much I don't drive. I go to the grocery store every 2 weeks. I go buy some weed every beginning Monday of the month. I go get my water for my water machine the third Thursday of the month. Yeah, I got a little strict schedule. If I ain't gotta leave the house, I ain't leaving the house. Nah, Ebony don't need to be doing no kind of walking. Ebony need to be running. Running and running and running. Yeah, Eric, you know about the macros. Well, as of right now, we are pretty much done. Well, I'll say we are done with part 3 of We Own This City. It is free time now. I got some time on my hands. It's free time. If you want to ask anything about the show, go ahead. If there's any TV shows or anything that you want to talk about, hey, put it in the chat. You know how I do. We on free time now. You ask the questions. I got you. Did y'all see? We got Monique and Leslie Jones joining the I mean not Power, but PMF. Mm-hmm. We got those two. Monique. So Goldie, what do I think Goldie is gonna do? I owe you. I'll get on. I'll get on. Wait, I owe y'all Gunna news. Gunna is not in custody. Young Thug is. He had his first hearing today, but he was talking to a judge, and she was saying basically, you're gonna get ready to come back. You got to talk to another judge. His lawyer was trying to say, hey, can we have him released and on house arrest until we figure out all this stuff with the lawyers? But Gunna is not in custody yet, and he's only been charged with one indictment, and that is number, I think it was 56. It was either number 1 or 56. Oh, thanks, Kendall. Yeah, I dropped the video for that this morning. I broke it down a little bit. Now there's more information coming out throughout the day. I'll get to it. I mean, now that was a little bit more work than I'm typically used to doing. But BMF, new cast members. We got Leslie Jones. She's about to be an FBI detective. And then we got Monique. She's playing Goldie. Now, what I'm thinking, Goldie, I want her to be the seriousness. Like what we seen in Precious, we need her to be that serious. I don't want any, like, leave the joking to Leslie Jones. I want Goldie to be that serious one, the one that's on Meech's ass. Because we know that T is messing with old girl and she doesn't want to deal with Meech. So that means Meech is going to need somebody to go to get his things from. And I'm thinking that's going to be Goldie. That's what I would like to see. Goldie would be a good role. And I think it would help. I think what they're going to do with Goldie, if I'm writing the show, I'm having Goldie be just like what was old girl on Snowfall that Louis was dating? Whatever. Damn, what the hell was her name? The first person Franklin sold dope to. Well, he sold that brick to so he could try to get some money. That's how I want Goldie to be. I want Goldie to be super serious, and she's gonna be like that mother/father figure to Meech in the dope game and show him this is how I'm running my organization. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm expecting from her. Claudia, that's what I'm expecting from her. Hey, yeah, Trill, what I say? Yeah. Y'all go back to January before 50 even announced her working with them. I had a little rant about her talking about F the industry, and I was even saying Monique wasn't getting paid that much. But what did I say? She need to team up with 50 Cent, and I said that before he put out anything. That's because I be seeing things, and 50 Cent goes against the grain. If he can piss you off, 50 is going to do it. Now, I disagree with everything that was going on, but it did seem like everybody was apologizing to Monique, so I got to give my apology for saying they wasn't fucking with you just because they wasn't fucking with you, but they was really trying to blackball you. I apologize for that, but I don't take back anything with the Netflix money. Like, if people ain't gonna watch the show, it's still a business. But 50 knew all the controversy that'll be around you, and he's having number one shows. You just throw anybody on there. You could be the extra to the extra to the extra. You could just be the nigga working at the gas station, but you got credit for a number one. Now with her being a star, and now we're building up all of the female characters. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be perfect. Cause now we got a iconic hip hop figure, black woman. We got an iconic comedian, black woman. Uh-oh. Now we bringing on Leslie Jones. She coming up. I won't say iconic. You were a star in your own right. But when you think of like female comedians, Monique was one of the biggest. Female artists are Mary J is one of the biggest. So 50 is doing the right thing, and this is just gonna piss off the industry. Everyone that tried to blackball her. Tyler Perry wasn't working with her. Did she say like Oprah or some shit? None of them are fucking with you. Now you're not gonna be getting billions of dollars, but you back in the game right now. And what this is gonna do is open up everything. This is gonna open up to you getting spinoffs. 50's gonna be putting together other shows for you. Yeah, you about to take it to another level now. Because let's not act like Mary J. Come on now, let's be real. Mary J got the Super Bowl because of her power. Her power. I'm not talking about off the screen. I'm talking about her being on power. That's how she got the Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl was a West Coast thing, but they brought her in. Why? Because they got the number one show. You see what I'm saying? Everything is business. Everything is business. And what did Eminem say? I'm bringing on 50 Cent. Eminem told Jay-Z. Now, there's only like 2 or 3 people with the kind of power to tell Jay-Z what they are and they ain't going to do. That's Diddy, Dre, and Eminem. And Eminem said, I'm not performing without 50 Cent. The NFL told Eminem not to take a knee. But it's business. And Jay-Z knew, regardless to my differences with 50 Cent, we got to bring him on here. Why? Because they got the number one show. Why? It's going to generate a lot of attention. And what do we like seeing now? We like seeing memes. So now the halftime performance, not only does it have the number one director and producer in the world when it comes to TV shows with 50 Cent, we got the number one actress on the number one show performing. We got everything. So now Monique is about to have things. And watch this. I guarantee you, one of these actors, probably Dave Chappelle, it's probably gonna be either Dave Chappelle or like Chris Rock. It's got to be one of the bigger ones. Maybe even Jamie Foxx. They're gonna bring her on to one of the Netflix is a joke little comedy things for the simple fact that she's number one, and they're going against Netflix, and Netflix is gonna have to conform to what the black people want. Watch, it's all gonna play out. It's all gonna play out right in front of you. Y'all gonna be like, damn it, Moden did it again. Damn it, Moden did it again. Because when you go number one, they can't deny you. I can't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to fuck with me. Yeah. Yeah. So it all plays out. But y'all see it. I think the BMF did good. The only way that BMF, like season 1 was great. Exactly what we were looking for in a new show outside of power. The only way they can go south is if they start getting corny. If they start getting too, how can I put it, too ABC-ish, you know what I'm saying, NBC type drama, that's where they're going to go down. They got to keep it real and raw. So that's why I say don't have Monique coming on here doing comedy and stuff. Oh, Meech, what you doing with them bricks now? You better bring, like, don't do none of that. She's got to be serious. She's got to be serious because this isn't a laughing matter. We know what BMF stood for in real life. So it has to be serious and focused like that. Now, Leslie Jones, I know they're going to probably give her a little bit of comedy, you know what I'm saying, where she's probably yelling or something, but she still has to be a serious detective. They said that she's intelligent and she's witty. So I want to see how that plays out for her, because if she's actually on her job, then, hey, we own it. Because what we need is somebody being hard on Meech. Like Pops, he wasn't, I mean, he was hard, but he wasn't really like too hard. So we need Monique on this side, staying on top of Meech, not letting him slip up and mess up with the count or any of the bricks. And we need Leslie to be on the FBI side, working her tail off. Working her tail off. Either that, or the only other scenario I could see which could potentially work, Meech, before he starts working with her, because we need an antagonist, because we don't know if Lamar is confirmed dead or not. Now, we know that they were talking about expanding. I don't know how far ahead they jumping. Are they jumping to where they moved to Atlanta, or are they still going to be in Detroit? But I think they could have Goldie as a rival. She's the head of her little organization, and that could be a rival. They could make a good storyline out of that and then have them partner together. Because unless they're fast forwarding like maybe a year, 2 years, then it's going to be hard to integrate. I think it's going to be hard to integrate Monique's character as just, oh, I'm his mentor. Like, where have you been? You know what I'm saying? Unless we didn't fast forward 2 or 3 years, where have you been to just jump in and be his mentor? So I think they should start them off as rivals. And I won't really say a rival, but she's just trying to, you know what I'm saying, test him out to see if he's worth working with. Because now they're evolving. They really getting money now. They changed from 50 Boys to now they the Black Mafia. You know what I'm saying? They ain't being meth yet. They just Black Mafia right now. So I think the rival scenario, that will work out. I mean, they could work both. For me, I just say we need to have the rivals. Even if he does go and cop from her early, like, boom, man, we need to do something. Because maybe T's chick, she ain't really, I got to go back and get the names. I gotta go back and get the names, but maybe T's Connect is still kind of iffy on Meech. So it's like, all right, we got to find somebody. Because that could be how it starts off, especially with them laying low, with Lamar being killed and Kato. You see what I'm saying? With all the shooting that went on at the end of the episode, in the end of the season, they got to technically lay low at this point. So if they lay low, maybe T gets out of touch with old girl, and now they got to go to Monique. But at first, she's like, nah, I heard how y'all was running, and she's keeping a distance between the two. And then she brings them on. That scenario, them being rivals, or the scenario I just said, is better than her starting off as like a mentor. Neek said, I feel like they got rid of Lamar too fast. He was a good villain. Lamar was great. Lamar was the best villain we've seen on TV in a while. Like, no cap. Movies, TV shows. I say from the beginning of the pandemic to where we are right now, Lamar was the best villain on TV. That there's no way around it. Lamar was believable. Lamar did some crazy things, but it wasn't like fake crazy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't power crazy. It was more realistic what he was doing, walking around the city, gutting kids. Like, he's the baddest mofo on TV. So that's why I say it's going to be hard for any villain to be as good as him. That's why I said you got to have Goldie work with Meech, because she won't be able to carry the villain role on for what we've seen in season one. Typically, you don't get a season one that has a character like Lamar in it. A character like Lamar has to develop. That would be like a season 2 or season 3 thing, but we got it in season 1. So in order to match that, because that's what we're expecting to see somebody to the level of what Lamar was at, or at least close to it, so we can say this is believable. Because we already seen season 1 was believable. It wasn't the Jimenez Cortez. It wasn't 30 serves getting killed by 6 niggas. No. Season 1 was believable because they got to base this off of real life, because we know what the real story is, and we can go look up the real story. And D Meeks, and he's having interviews on Vlad TV. Southwest T is out of prison. They still have stories of Meeks that ain't nobody heard. So they got to keep this realistic. And with that realistic aspect, they got to have a villain that's going to reach. Let's say Lamar was a 10. They got to have a villain that's going to give us an 8. You can't drop down to no, we can't watch him like, man, Monique don't fit in this. We can't do that, because season 3, everybody's going to be out of it. They're going to be like, all right, cool. It was long enough. We know the story. Now, in real life, like, I know I don't do like spoilers or anything, but in real life, they say the guy that they were supposed to say is Lamar is still alive. So that Lamar was portraying is still alive. So I don't know how they're going to do it on the show, unless he's coming back with a vengeance. But we're going to see how. And then that's another thing. With Lamar being alive, how long are we trying to see him? You see what I'm saying? Are we trying to go a whole nother season with Lamar just being reckless, running around killing people? It's like, at what point is that played out? Like Monique said, they probably killed him too early. And they probably wrote the climax of his character too early too. You could have stretched that over 2 seasons. You could have had him get shot like episode 5 or something. Show back up at the last episode. You see what I'm saying? He left the city after he got shot or something that happened to him. And then he came back into the city. And it's like, oh shit, Lamar gonna be back season 2. But now we just seen Lamar get shot. We aren't sure if he's dead or not. I should just put this in the video, but we don't know if he's dead or not. So we don't know what to expect. But if he's shot, that means Meech and Terry, they ain't scared of him no more. You see what I'm saying? So that villain aspect of him, it isn't there. Like that fear factor of Lamar, let's say he is shot, he gets up, it isn't there. Now, if he would have got shot earlier in the season, we seen him do what he do, pop back up at the end, we like, oh shit, Lamar is back. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's, I don't know, man. That's just what goes on in my head, because that's what's going to draw me into the second season. Oh shit, Lamar's back. Now, right now, we're thinking, is Lamar alive or is he dead? But there's not that excitement knowing that, hey, we seen Lamar get shot and run off. Oh, okay. Lamar came back the last episode. Oh, season 2 about to be crazy. You see what I'm saying? Because Lamar could have easily left, and what they did with that other, what's the other organization name? Whatever they were, they gone now. What they did with that, they could have started having them be more of rivals. You know what I'm saying? Of course, T and Meech, they went and met up with the rivals. Then I don't remember none of their names. But you definitely could have did the Lamar. Like, you could have capitalized. But the overall reason for that, I think they didn't expect Lamar to be that good. None of us, when we first seen Lamar on screen, when we seen him get out of prison and bang old girl in the bathroom, none of us expected Lamar to be that good of a villain. I'm just being honest. If anybody says they thought Lamar was gonna be that good from the first time we seen him, they're lying. Unless you know him personally and know he can act, none of us, we were like, okay, this Lamar dude a bum. But then we're like, damn, this nigga you're killing bum. Kendall said, I need one more season of Lamar turning off water. Well, I hope we get to see something. I hope they make it work. Now, random, Lamar survives. Lamar goes to Goldie. Goldie saying, oh, no, I'm working with young Meech. And he's thinking, why you messing with him? You need to be messing with somebody like that. And that could continue the rivalry. Now, what they can do is lower Lamar's scary level. The fear factor of Lamar goes from that 10 to like a 7.5, 8, but you still got to watch out for him. Now, while they're dealing with everything, you see Lamar just robbing them, just trying to get back at him because they shot him. And then later on in the season, so we don't see too much of Lamar and get worn out with him because we'd already seen it in the first season. Then have him put together a big attack. See him start to get some out of towners and bring him in. Somebody from, you know what I'm saying, down south. I mean, not down south like the state, but like in the city. You see what I'm saying? They could work it around that way. Yeah, the guy with the do-rag and no waves. That man had a whole afro up under that do-rag. Now I'm gonna chop that up. That was a good one to talk about Lamar. I ain't even think about deciding what he gonna do when he come back. But you all know what time it is. It's that time of the night. Time for me to get something to eat. Catch the end of these basketball games. I'm Moedotj. We go live 4 nights a week. Monday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Roughly 2 hours. Oh, we go live on Tuesdays now also for We Own This City, but there's only 3 more episodes. This is a safe spot. You can talk about whatever you want to in the chat as long as you're respectful. We don't care. During free time, hey, we talk about anything. You might get a rant out of me. We don't ask for donations around here, but they are deeply appreciated. Cashapp is at the bottom of the screen. Moedotj. I'm about to go get me some hot wings. Wait, what time is it? 904, I will not be getting some hot wings. I'm going to eat a salad. Got to get ready for the summer. You know what I'm saying? Big flex. You know what I'm saying? Ebony single now too. So I got to do my thing. But if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We'll probably go live Thursday night for a free live, unless something else pops up. And any information, I'm starting to put out more news articles, and I'm gonna dive deep. Tomorrow, there will be how many years did Momodu gonna serve 10 Gondo got. So I got that video coming up. Friday will be the Jamel breakdown. Monday should be Sergeant Ellers, and then we have Sergeant Herschel next Wednesday. So be on the lookout for that. How many years did they get? I'm Moedotj. Y'all be safe. Good night.